Expected to move out and the sun to shine on Independence Day. All the ingredients in place for a celebration in our nation's capital. America's pastime gets an early start with the Nats and Brewers on MASN.
Washington Nationals baseball. Washington Nationals baseball.
Happy birthday, America. Big crowd gathering. Lots of red, white, and blue around the ballpark. The Nats need to win a ball game, gain a split in this series, and then head on into the weekend. Unfurling our stars and stripes, flying around the ballpark. It's going to be a great day. In fact, it's well before noon, so it's still morning here in D.C. Bob and FP, happy 4th of July to you and to you.
Happy 4th.
And it's very happy to have Wilson Ramos back. Davey Johnson's going to juggle that lineup a little bit today, get Ramos in there, and maybe some more pop.
Well, this is the first time Davey Johnson's had his initial lineup since April 14th. Obviously, Anthony Rendon at second base instead of Danny Espinosa. But if you go back to April 13th, that's where it all began for Wilson Ramos. He had only played 6 games up to that point, went on the DL, came back May 15th against the Dodgers, strained it again. So he's missed 70 games with that hamstring. This is a guy that in 2011 hit .267 with 22 doubles, 15 home runs, and 52 RBI. So a much-needed boost for the offense today with the return of Wilson Ramos.
Yeah, the Nats are better when he starts. As far as that record, he's only played 14 games, but he's driven in 6 runs. All right, how about a rookie? Second major league start. First one's in New York, and then the second one's here on the 4th of July.
Yeah, the home debut, taking the mound in the nation's capital, Taylor Jordan. We like what we saw last time out against the Mets. Great two-seam fastball, late sink to it. Has deception and delivery. The arm actually goes kind of behind his head, and it's tough to see. Changeup probably his best pitch. He used it a lot against the Mets, and a big start for the youngster here today in D.C.
A word of advice to hitters. Don't hit it anywhere near center field in this series. Bryce Harper knows it because Carlos Gomez robbed him a couple of times up against the wall and into the gap. And then, of course, a guy who plays a beautiful center field in the home uniform, Denard Span. Go to left, go to right. Keep it out of the middle of the outfield, you hitters. For the achiever in you. South of the Capitol, west of the Capitol Dome, lots of festivities here in our nation's #1 city today. Happy Independence Day. Brewers Nats game 4 of this series. And the Nationals need to win one to get back over 500 and gain a split in this 4-game set. 82 degrees, quite muggy, so the heat index up around 90. Train celebrating its 100th anniversary by offering irresistible financing. It's hard to stop a train. Really hard. Hard to stop the Brewers the way they've been going for the last couple of days, and the rookie Jordan will try. Norichika Aoki in this series. 3 RBIs, 6 for 15, and on the year he's batting .290 with an on-base percentage of .364 in his second year in America, and playing very well for the Brewers in that leadoff spot and also in right field. 4 1/3, 5 hits, only 1 earned run for Taylor Jordan, his first time out on a big stage up in New York, and this may be an even bigger stage today.
He struck out 1 and walked 2 in his major league debut at Citi Field through 84 pitches, 48 of those for strikes. So two-seam fastball, good run, deception delivery. We talked about the changeup, probably the best pitch for Taylor Jordan. He has a slider to go with it. To set the defense for the Nationals today behind Taylor Jordan, Harper, Spanworth, your outfield, Desmond Zimmerman on the left side, Rendon, LaRoche on the right side, and welcome back Wilson Ramos behind the dish.
So Harper back on Monday. Ramos is back on Thursday. Knock on wood for health for all these guys over the coming weeks. Jerry Davis, the crew chief, a 30-year veteran, has the plate today. First, second, and third, Mark Carlson, Brian Knight, Dan Isanya. Taylor Jordan, second big league start, and here he goes. It's a little bit outside, and we're underway at 11:06 a.m.
Baseball, nation's capital, 4th of July. Does it get any better than this?
And they're going to throw out that first ball. This is the first time in my scorebook in 30 years I've written AM next to the starting time of a game. Never quite did one of those Patriot games in Boston, Patriot Day games. And here's a 1-0. Did we start at 11 o'clock last year?
We did, against the Giants.
I guess I didn't write AM down that day.
Well, it could have been an 11 p.m. start.
2-0 to Aoki. And a good fastball, 91 right in there. Brewers as a ball club, 5th in the National League in batting average, 9th in runs, 9th in home runs. That's a good tailing fastball to the corner.
Let's keep an eye on Taylor Jordan, where he takes that baseball behind his hat. That's the deception in his delivery.
So 2 pitchers the opposing teams have never faced. Donovan Hand, a rookie, will take them out shortly for the Brewers. He'll be making his 3rd big league start. He has worked out of the bullpen some. And here's the 2-2. Into left. Bryce Harper on his way in, cruising to it for the out.
I'll show you why he gets so much sink on the two-seam fastball. Just takes that arm back. He's got the long arm, but look how far it goes behind his body. And I don't know with the white hat if that's going to be deceptive for the Brewers today, but he's almost throwing it out of the 4th of July hat that the Nats are wearing today.
Gene Segura has played some outstanding defense in this series. The Nats have pitched him very well. Just 1 for 10 with an RBI. And you can hear the reaction of Segura on an 0-2 pitch, up and in. He's hurt.
Holding his left wrist, two-seam fastball got away from Jordan. And there's not a whole lot you can do if you're Segura right there. Watch this ball just chase him. Two-seam fastball, got inside of it, starts his hands on it. And if you remember last night against Craig Stammen, Segura swung at a similar pitch, a ball that we said it was hit or be hit. That time doesn't swing, and he's hitting the wrist, and let's hope he's okay.
Checking the rotation of that left wrist as the Milwaukee trainer. You saw it got wrist, then the knob of the bat.
I honestly think that the wrist is a better place to get hit than the top of the hand with all those small bones in there. Sometimes you see the fingers get pinned to the baseball bat when you get hit in the hand. Let's check it out one more time. And now it's up to Taylor Jordan maybe to regroup after this, and that is a direct hit, folks. Young pitcher hits a guy early in the game. Let's see how he responds.
One on, one out. Carlos Gomez. And the runner on the move. Goes in hands first. And Segura swipes his 25th of the year, second in the league to Everth Cabrera.
It didn't waste any time. Great jump by Segura right there. Good slide on that wrist that just got hit. No throw from Wilson Ramos.
And the count's even 1-1. Fastball over but low. Carlos Gomez tied with Ian Desmond, third in the league, 39 extra base hits. He's driven in 37 runs. Another hitter the Nats have handled well in this series thus far, 1 for 9. Right to Ryan Zimmerman, who looks the runner back to LaRoche for the second out.
We saw this with Taylor Jordan last time. He'll quick pitch you to where he'll lull you to sleep in the stretch and then all of a sudden go slide step, and he did it with guys that weren't on. So you see how quick he was right there to Carlos Gomez. Kind of rushed him a little bit. Got the ground ball with the sinker. Nice play by Ryan Zimmerman at third. So he'll do that from time to time. Go a little slide step on you, quick pitch on you. You never see guys do that with a runner on second. But Jordan just did.
Jonathan Lucroy. Batting .270 with 3 hits in this series, 9 ABs. They've got him in the cleanup spot today. Aramis Ramirez has the day off. You would call this a morning off after a late afternoon game that started at 6 p.m. last evening. So Ramirez replaced at the number 4 spot by a big, strong catcher. Saturday at the Mets, fastball 75% of the time.
The changeup I thought was his best pitch. Strike percentage 60. Got a lot of swing through strikes with it. His ball just kind of disappears. Had a little split action to it. And he'll sit at 92 with the fastball, but he has reached back 95 as we saw it last time out in New York.
Through 84 pitches, 48 of them strikes. A couple of things went wrong behind him. Gave up 3 runs, but just 1 earned. Lucroy drops one into center. Around third, Segura. And the Brewers are on top here in the first inning. So the 0-2 pitch and a hit batter, and then the stolen base coming back to haunt the Nats here in the top of the first.
Yeah, last 3 games the Brewers have drawn first blood. They do it again here. A 2-out knock up the middle, staying inside that two-seam fastball. Nice adjustment by Jonathan Lucroy after fouling one off down the third base line. Got his hands inside of that one to put his club up 1-0.
And he leads the Brewers in RBIs, 43 now. They'll have another look at Segura's wrist. Maybe this time with the batting glove off. So here's Juan Francisco. Didn't play in the ball game last night, but he has 3 hits, a homer, and 3 RBIs in this series, plus a couple of walks. And he'll rip this one to right center. And Lucroy's heading for third base, cut off by Span. Hit batter, stolen base, and now a pair of 2-out hits.
Well, interesting pitch selection right there to Juan Francisco. He's swung at first pitch fastballs this whole series and done damage with it. So Wilson Ramos, Taylor Jordan decided to go first pitch sinker to Francisco, and he's on it. Adam LaRoche with a trip to the mound, trying to calm down the youngster.
Pitch count at 16 against 5 hitters. He'll face rookie Sean Halton, who's had 3 hits in this series, and that's a big league hitter, 5 out of 18, getting the call this week. And Milwaukee is taking a long look at him, both in left field and at first base, with Corey Hart out for the year now with those knee problems. Look out, ducking at third base, Lucroy, the runner. And that chopper hit him in the foot.
Went to the slider right there at 84 miles an hour. And Brewers this year 23 of 11 when they score first. Just 11 and 38 when their opponent scores first.
Target in. And the fastball jammed him. Ian Desmond on the move. Good exchange. Nice play. Top of the first. Over. Brewers get a run on 2 hits, and the Nats have to get their bats going again. It qualifies as a breakfast beverage.
No, it's just breakfast, period. I don't even know why they're eating.
Starting lineup for the Nats brought to you by Mazda. We believe if it's not worth driving, it's not worth building. Anthony Rendon at home, tearing things up this year. 347 here. He's hitting .313 overall. A lot of extra base hits, scoring some runs. But you notice Jason Worth is down in the 6th spot today. Ian Desmond has been bumped up. So Davey trying some combinations to see who might be able to string some hits together. After the Nats scored 23 runs in 2 games and now only 1 in their last 2. And this is 27-year-old rookie Donovan Hand. He's appeared in 11 games, 2 starts, 0-1 with a 2.63.
Yeah, pitched well last Saturday at Pittsburgh, suffered the 2-1 loss, gave up 2 runs on 5 hits over 5 innings. The 2 runs came on Pirate homers, struck out 2, walked nobody through 64 pitches, 53 of those for strikes. So short arm guy over the top, pitches out of the stretch. Good sinker with some serious run. 12-6 curveball, probably his best out pitch. You got a tight slider that he likes to use down and into lefties with 2 strikes.
Yeah, it's a little up and away to Denard Span, who's hit .326 his last 11 games. 3 for 12, 2 walks, 2 runs in this series. On the grass is Francisco at third. Rather shallow. Halton at first. And the count's even 1-1. National start the day hitting .237. 3rd lowest batting average in the league. 2nd from the bottom in runs. Hoping to make some noise against a rookie they see for the first time. That's going to come back and catch the edge. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Throws an occasional changeup at 3% of the time, but really a 2-seam fastball, slider, curve guy.
Close enough on which to be swinging.
You can see the adjustment that Denard Span has made the last week or so to where he's more crouched down in there. His front side closed, almost in a Pete Rose type of stance all of a sudden, to where he was standing more upright before that. It's kind of allowed him to get his hands inside the ball and work it the other way. A lot lower, more on his legs than he was about a week ago.
And a pop-up short center field, just barely out of the infield and grabbed by Segura.
Defense for the Brewers behind Mr. Hand today. Let's check out the outfield. Schaefer, Gomez, Aoki from left to right. Segura, Francisco on the left side. Bianchi, Halton on the right side. And Jonathan Lucroy doing the catching.
Well, here's Ian Desmond, who at times in his career has batted second, has batted leadoff. Do you have to be more patient because you're hitting second? There's nobody on base here. We all know Ian, a very aggressive first pitch fastball swinger. And he takes a rip and knocks it right up the middle. 4th hit of this series.
Well, if Ian Desmond continues to hit second, the first inning is either going to be really, really long or really, really short. There's going to be no in between because he is not afraid, as we've noted all season long, to swing at the first pitch. So the first hit of the game for the Nats, and on the 4th of July, there goes the no-hitter.
Next up, Bryce Harper, who made a big impact in his first at bat here Monday night, going opposite field to the left field bullpen with a home run. Still hunting his next base hit of the series, so he's 1 for 12 with a walk against the Brewers.
Bryce Harper going with the festive 4th of July batting gloves, stars and stripes to match the uni.
I thought I saw him in the team store yesterday going through a few things.
No, those don't come from the team store. Those come straight from Under Armour.
Ed Desmond on the move, picked a good pitch on which to run, off speed, and Ian Desmond with his 9th of the year. And with that stolen base, takes the team lead.
Well, you like to have the threat of a stolen base at the top of your lineup. So Denard Span and now Ian Desmond at the top of Davey Johnson's order, and it pays off in a first inning stolen base. Changed the whole way he pitched to Bryce Harper, especially in a 2-0 count.
And a good take by Bryce. You know, he was eager on 2-0 to get something to drive. Laid off the 83. And the Nats trying to come up with an immediate answer to the Milwaukee run in the top of this inning. Bryce has driven in 24 this year, 13 home runs. And taking 3-1.
A 3-0 slider right there from Donovan Hand to Bryce Harper. That'll give you an idea about what he's thinking with first base open and 1 out here in the first.
Zimmerman's been the Nats' best hitter in this series with 5 hits and a walk. A couple of RBIs. Harper takes a fastball away. First and second, 1 out. Bryce walks for the 27th time this year.
He's so good at not forcing the issue if a pitcher doesn't want to pitch to him. Taking his walks and keeping the line moving.
This man's warming things up. Ryan's been hovering around the 280 mark last couple of games. He's hitting341 over the last 2 weeks. And all season long, he's been the Nats' best hitter with runners in scoring position. That figure has him 1/1000th of a point out of the top 10 in the league. And that's inside. Jonathan Lucroy to have a visit with his pitcher, Donovan Hand.
And pretty quick to the plate, but Nats with some serious speed on the bases right now. Ian Desmond on second, Bryce Harper on first. And all of a sudden, the top 3 guys in the Nationals order have some serious heat. And Davey Johnson sporting the 4th of July necklace. Look at that. Looks good.
Pretty good pitch on the corner. Swing back action to that fastball. 1-1 to Zimmerman. Ryan's been using the entire ballpark lately. A lot of hits up the middle. Right center. That one is low and back standing up Harper. 2 balls, 1 strike.
A good take right there by Ryan Zimmerman. Hand trying to tease the bottom of the zone to induce the ground ball. Zimmerman takes a close pitch, is now ahead in the count 2-1. He's got the red, white, and blue gloves on too.
It's a quick looking 90 and the count's 2-2.
Yeah, backdoor 2-seamer, starts it off the plate away. Watch the late run on that. So the over the top delivery, getting inside the 2-seam fastball. Brought it back for a strike.
Runners moving. Zimmerman reaches to foul it.
Desmond got a great jump, and Bryce Harper on the backside did a nice job of reading the lead runner. He got a good jump too. We always talk about the trail runner. It's important for him to get a good jump as well, because you can always throw to second base and not third. And it looked like with Jeff Bianchi covering and the way Jonathan Lucroy came up, he was throwing that ball to second.
Holding are the runners, and Zimmerman takes a fastball and strikes out. 2 outs.
Another swing back fastball from Hand. Bottom of the zone gets the call. Everything down in that sequence, trying to get the ground ball.
And I'll leave it up to Adam LaRoche here with 2 on, 2 out. 1 for 10 in the series. An RBI, 3 walks. Three infielders between first and second. And with the runner at second, Juan Francisco has to stay home near third base to keep Ian Desmond from walking over 90 feet. So there's a ton of hitting room to the left of the third baseman on this 2-out shift. And Ron Roenicke, as much as any manager in baseball, moves his infielders around into different configurations and shifts. We really saw that in his first year.
Yeah, I like when the pitcher kind of kicks up his right leg and they go in motion like in football. That's always a good shift.
Inside the numbers with STG. April through June, 242. Adam LaRoche, July through September, and these are his career numbers, just under 300. It's amazing sometimes how slow he starts, and then every single time gears it up. Career batting average 268 coming into this his 10th big league season.
April to June stat is impressive at 242 considering where he usually is in April.
That's a shortstop trying to sneak in behind Ian Desmond. One to Adam LaRoche, who's driven in 37 runs. That one's going to drop into right center, make it 38. Harper to third. The Nats have tied the game on a 2-out Adam LaRoche RBI.
Well, maybe that was the influence of the speed on the bases right there. You always like your pitchers with 2 outs to concentrate on the hitter. Get the out of the plate. It doesn't matter what happens behind you. And the fact that Hand went with the pickoff move to Segura meant that, number one, he's thinking about Ian Desmond a little too much. And number two, maybe wasn't comfortable pitching to Adam LaRoche and looking for an out another way. And LaRoche with a big 2-out knock puts the Nats on the board and answers the Brewers run in the first. Nice answer.
So they had a hit batter in 2 singles. The Nats have a walk in between 2 singles. Each team with a stolen base. And Jason Worth could make it a big bottom of the first. Two hits in the series, but 5 RBIs on Monday night. He's also walked. He'll take that first one under his hands off the plate, ball 1.
Yeah, Felipe Alou used to do this all the time in Montreal, to where he put his 3 fastest guys at the top of the order. In no particular order either. Put fast guys 1, 2, and 3. Try to get speed on the bases early to create something when the offense was stagnant. That's what Davey Johnson did here today, and it paid off.
Worth up the middle, base hit. Nationals take the lead. LaRoche checks in at second. And Jason Worth, RBI number 27. It's 2-1.
And did a nice job right there of staying back and getting inside of that fastball. A couple of 2-out knocks here in the first for the Nationals, puts them up 2-1. And Jason Worth, in a more familiar role, driving in runs in the 6th spot today, comes through big time.
Rick Kranitz, the Milwaukee pitching coach, to the mound in a hurry. And the way Anthony Rendon's swinging the bat, this rookie could extend the inning as well.
And Jason was talking the other day about not comfortable in the 2 spot, but doing anything to help the ball club. And he said last year wasn't real comfortable leading off, but it was best for the ball club, that he'd like to hit lower in the order. So he responds here hitting 6 in the first inning.
Anthony Rendon, 4 hits, a homer last night, and that's a strike. Well, Desmond is intriguing in the number 2 spot because he brings a measure of power to that position behind Span, ahead of Harper. One inning does not a trend make, but it sure looks good so far. Desmond got this started with a 1-out hit, then he stole a base. They pitch Harper carefully with first base open, walked him. That's well inside to Rendon. And then a couple of veteran guys, LaRoche and Worth, cashing in 2-out RBIs. Now you've got a rookie batting 7th who's over 300. And not to be forgotten now, with Wilson Ramos back, a number 8 man with serious pop. I'm sure he'd love to get an AB before he puts the gear back on. Rendon, a little late and a little foul.
And you would think also that the couple of runs here in the first for the Nats may settle down Taylor Jordan a little bit, going back out there with a lead.
And he's thrown 26 pitches this inning. Donovan Hand. Rendon flies it right field, slicing and into the seats. That was a no-doubter last night with 2 outs in the 7th.
Yeah, first pitch, curveball from Carlos after he just struck out Ian Desmond on a similar pitch. Rendon caught it out front, rode it out of here. Your second home run of the year.
Yeah, second big league home run, first at home. His other was in Cleveland. This young guy's got a good batting eye too, 3-2.
That could turn out to be a big miss for Donovan Hand. Now it gives Adam LaRoche a head start in a 3-2 count with 2 outs.
They're playing Rendon pretty deep except for the right fielder, Aoki. It's only about 50 feet off the right field line. The gap in right center is huge. Rendon will pull it. Shortstop, Segura plants and throws. And a good play on the other end by Sean Halton. The Nats will get 2 on a walk in 3 hits. How about this for some morning offense?
Fourth of July, and we can't thank you enough for all you guys have done. Keep up the good work, and we appreciate it.
Yeah, we are honoring our military today, and the Nats do that every day here at the ballpark. Wounded Warriors welcomed home after the third inning. Neil Diamond will perform live today, and we will carry that. His freedom song, They'll Never Take Us Down. So on to the second inning, bottom three for the Brewers. Second inning presented by Luna. Call for the Luna double. Get your second room of flooring free at 877-241-LUNA. Logan Schaefer, Jeff Bianchi, and the pitcher, Donovan Hand. 20 pitches, 14 strikes, first inning for Taylor Jordan. Long first frames for both of these rookies. Schaefer in this series, 3 hits, 2 RBIs, a walk. And batting .215. Nice on the changeup, 81.
That's a changeup we're talking about. Has late split action and good fade to it. Watch this ball just disappear. Almost like a split.
Jeff Bianchi right ahead of the pitcher at a 2-2. Anthony Rendon waiting for that one. Couple of ground ball outs since those 2 hits given up. The midseason flex pack still available for Nats fans. Get a free Nationals New Era ball cap when you pick 3 games. That's while supplies last. Some restrictions apply. Go to nationals.com/flex. Padres in for 3. Starting tomorrow night, then the Nats will go on the road to Philly and Miami up to the All-Star break, but then back for a week and a half. Right after the break, the Dodgers, the first team in here. And Bianchi hitting .253. 26-year-old infielder from Lancaster, PA. Ryan Zimmerman over to cut it, and then he's got that nice soft glove side and 3 consecutive ground ball outs for Taylor Jordan.
Well, I'd imagine that Dodger ticket all of a sudden with the emergence of Puig is going to become a hot ticket here in the nation's capital. And by the way, he takes Bryce Harper's run till they tag you offense to a whole different level. That guy
is that possible?
He just doesn't stop. Bryce the same way, and we said that last year, the run till they tag you offense. But Yasiel Puig hits a ball and just runs around the bases like it's Little League until they stop him. Love the way the guy plays. Adds so much to the game.
Donovan Hand 1 for 3 with a sacrifice as a big league hitter. Nats have their hands full on that home stand. Dodgers for 3, Pirates for 4, and then 3 with the Mets before they move on to Detroit and Milwaukee. No balls, 2 strikes. On a pitch up, pretty well hit. Picked by Rendon, finds it, knows he has time. And the youngster is playing a good second base these days. The quick top of the second, Taylor Jordan was hoping for.
Nice shutdown inning.
AFCEA, the Association for Global Security Professionals. And with more on the return of the Nats catcher, here's Julie.
Thanks so much, Bob. That's right. Wilson Ramos took to the field today amidst the cheers of Nats fans here at Nationals Park. He took his place behind the plate for the first time after missing almost 40 games. He was on the DL because of that pulled left hamstring. He re-injured that. Catcher Wilson Ramos, backup catcher Jonathan Solano, sorry about that, has been optioned back to AAA. And this gives Davey Johnson a little bit more room with his lineup, a little bit more flexibility, because these guys are back for the first time. He's got his opening day lineup pretty much intact, and because he's in search of that offense, he said he called Ian Desmond late last night and said, I'm going to change something up, but you just keep on hacking away. You can hit anywhere in the lineup when you get it right. Don't pay any attention to the slot. Just keep on doing what you do best. And FP, as you noticed, looks like it's working for him.
Well, just add speed to the top of the order. And when you're struggling as an offense and you have three speed guys, Span, Desmond, and Harper, it's a good way to generate some offense when you haven't had consistent offense yet.
Nats, by the way, are 3-1 this season when Desmond hits second. Wilson Ramos takes it in there. When he's healthy, he's productive.
Well, we said in 2011, 267, 22 doubles, 15 home runs, 52 RBI for Ramos.
And you kind of have to go back 2 years to get a read on what he can do when he plays a lot. In 2011, 113 games, sharing time with Pudge Rodriguez. 15 homers, 52 RBIs. That's in 389 at-bats. He had 22 doubles. Slugged .445, and that's pretty healthy for down in the order. Hurt in 2012 with the ACL, May 12th at Cincinnati, and then the hamstring twice this year. And the 0-2 is outside. He is a bull, 6 foot, 250, and still only 25 years of age. Wilson will have a birthday just over a month from now.
He's only played 14 games, so you'd imagine this is going to take him a minute to figure things out.
And a big breaking ball had him trying to slow down to get it. That'll be strikeout number 2 for Donovan Hand. Nats fans, a very happy Independence Day to all of you from our nation's capital. And WUSA 9 is with us today. Join WUSA 9 for PGA Tour Golf this Saturday and Sunday at 3. And as they say at WUSA 9,
game on.
It is today. Right over the mound, up the middle, cut off Segura. Good play. As Taylor Jordan almost became a 2-for-3 big league hitter.
Yeah, his average drops from 500 to 333 in one at bat, but his first major league hit and his first major league start last time out was a line drive up the middle at Citi Field off Dylan G. And Segura's been all over the place in this game so far. On the run, 3-quarter release, right on the money.
Just looking at his left wrist, got a tight wrap on it. Took a big time shot in the first inning from Taylor Jordan on an 0-2 pitch. Now Denard Span, who popped up to Segura to start the game. So FP, what exactly will that wrap do? Keep it from swelling some?
Just keep the swelling down, give it a little more support, and make it hurt a lot worse. It really does.
Yeah.
But you throw it on there to keep the swelling down, and what it does is it keeps constant pressure on the place that got hit. So just imagine having a finger poking where it got hit the rest of the game. It's going to hurt either way.
He felt pretty good going in on that steal, hands first. 1-1 to Span. And a foul tip on a pitch tailing away. Nats will be hoping for a little help again from the Marlins tonight. Miami beat Atlanta last evening to keep Washington 7 back. Julio Teheran 6-4 goes for Atlanta. Henderson Alvarez for the Marlins. Well, he's 1 for 1 in the number 2 spot today, Ian Desmond.
Best duties in baseball right there. Bar none.
A little bit low. Good take by Denard to get the count to 2-2. Mercedes-Benz will track it.
A pretty good pitch right here by hand. Denard Span eyeballs it. Looks like it just missed. If you look at the pitch track, the bottom of the zone.
Boy, he's got some action on that 90 fastball, doesn't he?
And he just gets on top, gets it out front.
Span will pull it, and a 2-hopper, Sean Halton. So like the Brewers, the Nats go in order. Grilled chicken for the 4th of July. Ribs, TBA.
Hey, happy 4th of July.
This is Ross Ollendorf, and I'd like to wish all the men and women serving our country a happy 4th of July.
Thank you, rookie left-hander and big wind-up right-handed veteran. A lot of veterans in the ballpark today. AT&T, fact of the game. Now look at all this, 50 games worth on Independence Day, but we understand the Expos played 7 doubleheaders on the 4th of July in their history.
Did not know that. Because the 4th of July is such a big holiday in Canada. July 1st, Canada Day. Crazy holiday. Goodness.
Wow, into the seats on the left side off the bat of Norichika Aoki, who flied to left first time. He's had a good series, 6 for 16. As we mentioned last night, a natural center fielder in his days in Japan. 8 years with the Yakult Swallows. They're playing right field with Carlos Gomez next to him in Milwaukee. It's a fastball up and away, and of course they're still without Ryan Braun. And searching for some pop and some production out of whoever plays left field. Segura, then Gomez. He's going to drag a bunt, and he'll watch it go foul. PNC Bank for the achiever in you. A brand new Nats farmhand, Mike Gilmartin. Previous big league time, but the Nats just signed him June 11th. And at almost 400 over 10 games. 348 with the Potomac Nationals. That's high A ball. Can consideration be far behind to move him up to Harrisburg? Two different organizations, the Reds and the Athletics. Before coming here. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes to Aoki. Nice play by Uncle Sam, but he's got a Brewers shirt on. Two-hopper, Ian Desmond. Playing as well as any shortstop in baseball right now on both sides of the ball. Gene Segura hit by a pitch, stole a base, scored a run, first time up. '82, nice hook. You like the recent trend of Taylor Jordan. 5 outs in a row, every one of them a ground ball.
Tempo's pretty good too, getting it and throwing it. Working ahead, which allows him to get to that changeup, and Steve McCatty likes all of his pitchers to have that kind of tempo. Keep your defense involved, especially when you're a ground ball guy and you need your infield. Work quick, they'll make the plays behind you. Didn't happen his first start, happening here today.
Plants that foot right in the middle of the pitching rubber and then misses outside with 95, 1-2. 24 years of age, from Merritt Island, Florida. Real close to Vieira, where the Nats trained. Went to Brevard County Community College. 9th rounder in '09. And a little flare is going to fall into right field for Segura. That's only his second hit of the series in 11 official at-bats. Let's go inside the numbers with STG. Guys with double-digit homers and 15 or more steals. Carlos Gomez on the list and Gene Segura.
Yeah, all those guys minus Mike Trout playing hitters' ballparks. Milwaukee, Colorado, Chicago. The White Sox ball travels there.
In the number 2 spot, if Desmond stays there for a while, he might have more running opportunities. He got his 9th stolen base of the year already today, and he's hit, of course, 15 home runs. And Segura, with that stolen base first time, is 25 out of 28 this year. Brewers have stolen 65 bases, only the Padres more. San Diego 71, Colorado 64.
Alan Maroche might have went and talked to Taylor Jordan about the speed of Segura first, and maybe let him know you're there, but don't let him distract what you need to do to get out of this inning.
He's going to take his feet out from under him twice here.
The only time a throwover ever stopped me from running is if a guy had a plus move. Then you have to shorten up your lead and you start to think about getting back to first base more than stealing second base. Guy with quick feet and a short arm stroke that puts the ball over there with something on it, that'll make you think about going, but most of the time a throwover is just to see if he's tipping that he's going to steal.
Got a strike on 2-0. It's popped up right field side. The ball twisting back, but Jason Worth playing so far out toward the gap, no chance to get there.
Well, you called that perfect. Very rarely do you see a ball from a right-handed bat be about 2 rows deep and come back the other way. Usually it tails out of play, and that ball was about 2 rows deep. Came all the way back into play. There's no wind here either.
Yeah, it's a calm day at the ballpark, overcast, quite muggy. Happy Independence Day. Bob with FP and Julie here on Masson HD. Nationals with 2 in the first. Milwaukee had 1 in the top. 2-1 score here in the top of the third. 1 on, 1 out. Runner holding, and a big swinging from the heels effort by Carlos Gomez. Two with a target outer half. And he got him. It was a miss. Ball down low. Ramos able to corral it. And strikeout number 1 for Taylor Jordan. Nissan will track it.
Yeah, slider, 86 miles an hour. Just throws it down and away, gets the swing through. We talked about the reach back on the fastball. His slider usually sits at 82 on average. That one, the extra slider with 2 strikes at 86. Good pitch.
That'll bring in Jonathan Lucroy with 2 outs, and we'll see if Segura might be more inclined to run with 2 outs now. Last time he stole a base, Lucroy brought him home with a single up the middle. He starts and stops, and it was kind of a trotting start. Pitch up and in.
Well, that's one of those as a base stealer where you start to steal. If he picks up his foot, you keep going. If he slide steps like Jordan just did, you choke it off. Jordan very quick to the plate, doing a nice job of controlling the running game here.
Another hitter, 2-0. Ball 3, delayed steal by Segura, and the throw's high. He did not go right away. He swipes his second of the day and 26th of the year.
Yeah, very rarely do you see a speed guy go delay steal, but that's exactly what he did right there. 26th stolen base of the year. Watch. Can't get a good jump. Shuffle, shuffle, go. And the delay steal is designed not to fool the catcher, but to catch the middle infielders getting late to the base, and that's exactly what happened with Rendon. Coaches will look out there, and if you don't see middle infielders taking a step towards second after every pitch, little jab step as the ball crosses the plate, you can delay steal on them, and that's what they did.
And now a 3-0 count to a good RBI man with a left-handed batter on deck, and that's in there to Lucroy, who's driven in 43 to lead the Brewers. And then Juan Francisco next. So twice today with 1 out, Segura gets on base, and he's been an igniter for the Brewers. That's right in there, inner half, 3-2. Big crowd starting to make some noise here in the top of the third, enjoying a 1-run lead. Trying to urge their rookie pitcher out of this inning. Turning on that one and hitting it foul and a long way is Lucroy.
So important right now for Taylor Jordan just to disregard Segura at second. He tried to steal third right there, but with a 3-2 count and 2 outs, we talked about it with Adam LaRoche, the focus has to be on the out at the plate.
And he did that shuffle, shuffle, go thing again, didn't he?
Yep.
Long inning, 51 on the day. 3-2 pitch. And Ian Desmond is right there for that one. Couple of hops to his left. Another 0 on the board. All that matters for the Nats and Taylor Jordan. Good hitters coming up.
On Acela Express now with 16 daily departures between D.C. and New York. Book now at Amtrak.com. 2-1 Nats. Taylor Jordan, 52 pitches through 3 innings. We'll keep an eye on that. But how about the Nats' first inning? Davey Johnson shaking up the order, putting Ian Desmond second. He singled and stole second and set the stage for Adam LaRoche, who singled with 2 outs to drive in Ian Desmond. And then Jason Worth with another 2-out knock right back up the box to score Bryce Harper and put the Nats up 2-1.
Here we go, 2-3-4, bottom of the third.
It's good uni right there. Nice and dirty early.
By the way, Desmond's in there. Harper's on deck. Zimmerman in the hole. And really waiting is Neil Diamond.
And he's on deck.
In a way. Donovan Hand, 40 pitches, 25 strikes, his first 2 innings. He's retired 4 straight. First pitch breaking ball to a fastball hunter.
You think at this stage in his career that Neil Diamond still gets nervous when he's performing live, debuting a new song on national TV in the nation's capital?
I don't know. He's got to squeeze it in between innings. Another breaker, and Desmond trying to hit that ball way up the blue seats and left.
Now, we've seen him catch the off speed out in front when he's sitting on fastball, and that one just slow enough to be out in front.
Then he tries to lay down a bunt. It's a good looking one, and he is safe by a mile. Throw goes into the seats, and Ian Desmond goes to second base.
Scrappy top of the order guy.
Yeah, and Juan Francisco really didn't need to make that throw. He had no shot.
That's a nice job laying down the bunt. We talked about speed at the top of the order, changing the dynamic for Davey Johnson. Add a little energy up there. A stolen base first time for Desmond after a base hit. Now a base hit bunt advances to second on the air. And exactly what the doctor ordered for Davey Johnson. Some energy at the top of the order. Paying off twice now.
Okay, Mr. Game Within the Game, I got a question for you.
No, Bryce Harper doesn't bunt right here.
I didn't ask that. Okay. I wasn't even thinking that.
All right.
Does Desmond set up the bunt with that huge swing he took the pitch before?
I don't know if he sets it up so much as he just took a look out there and saw where Francisco was playing. And I know what you're saying. Maybe that swing pushed Francisco back a little bit. But as a hitter, the last thing you do when you get in the box is check your defense.
Harper first pitch swinging, foul ball. Bryce walked and scored first time up. So Ian Desmond hitting over 280 now, 2 for 2 today. Harper trying to drive him around. Inside, 1-1. Rice in the series, 1 for 12, a homer, 2 walks. Good eye. That's similar to the pitch he took in the first for ball 4. Lucroy out from behind the plate again. Ryan Zimmerman has provided us some 4th of July fireworks over the years. Brewers in a bit of a shift, not a LaRoche shift. But Gene Segura Still left field side of the bag, up the middle. Bianchi, Halton, ranked pull positions on the right side. And Desmond getting a good lead. Way outside. Easy take for Bryce. It's 3-1.
If you're Bryce Harper in a 3-1 count right here, looking for a mistake. It looks like Hand wants nothing to do with them again. That just doesn't mean you shut it down. You're looking for something out over the plate that you can pull hard. Looking to do damage in a 3-1 count.
He's taken what the game's giving him today, and Bryce on for the second time. July 4th, 06, the Nats went into the bottom of the ninth inning, trailing the Florida Marlins 3-2. Robert Fick got a pinch hit. Alfonso Soriano got a hit, and off Joe Borowski at RFK, Ryan Zimmerman banged one out of the ballpark. A 3-run homer to win it for the Nats, 6-4. And his first 4th of July curtain call.
The unis are so much better now. Not even close.
Zimmerman called out on strikes first time. Desmond's running. Harper puts on the brakes, and he's caught between first and second. Now they throw to third, and Desmond's safe. Becomes a double steal. Evidently, Ian Desmond knew just how far he needed to come off third base to draw a throw to save Bryce Harper.
Well, we talked about it the first time with these two guys on, that Jonathan Lucroy was coming up throwing to second base to get Bryce Harper. You saw Jeff Bianchi cover in the first inning, and there he goes again, and they're trying to get the trail runner. And as the trail runner, it's important to get a jump. Bryce didn't get as good a jump as Ian Desmond. But watch Desmond, like you said, Carp, just come down the line just enough to draw the throw and get back. But for me, you take the sure out, and the sure out was Bryce Harper. And for the first time in 84 games, there's the run till they tag you offense.
How about the mental game that Ian Desmond's playing today? The base hit and the steal in the first inning, the bunt in this inning, and then good base running to draw a throw to save his teammate behind him.
I mean, you don't have to wait till the sixth hitter of the game now for the energy of Ian Desmond. It's right there at the top of the order.
1-1 to Zimmerman. He bangs it to right center. Heading for the scoreboard and caught by Gomez. Both runners move up. The Nats lead 3-1. Gomez brilliant in center field, but a good read by Bryce Harper to get to third base.
Well, to my point, that would be 2 outs, nobody on. And a great play by Carlos Gomez going the gap. And how good has he been this series defensively? As good as I've seen. Tracking that ball nicely. It was tailing away from him. So a great at-bat by Ryan Zimmerman, getting the job done, scoring Ian Desmond. But if you get Bryce Harper out in that pickle, it's 2 outs, nobody on, instead of running around third, 1 out.
Infield in. This is interesting. Infield in, but still in a shift against Adam LaRoche. With 1 out, Harper at third. And you know Bryce will be taking his secondary lead as far as he can down the third baseline in case anything gets away.
I just changed my lineup card. Brian Knight is playing shortstop right now for the Brewers.
You know, he doesn't have a glove. I don't think he's got a shot.
I've never seen that before. He's playing shortstop.
And then LaRoche pulls the ball to the first baseman, Sean Halton. 2 outs. It'll be up to Worth, who delivered in a situation just like this 2 innings ago. Is Neil Diamond delivering a 4th of July speech, or is he warming up the crowd? Spending time with the wounded Warriors and maybe giving them some musical cues here.
Oh, Neil Diamond's back.
Some of you folks who are with us around the nation today need to know that the Nationals honor wounded Warriors at the ballpark all 81 home games of the season. after the third inning. Today, a very special slant to that with Neil Diamond performing live.
Well, I've been able and lucky enough to be a part of that celebration down there. And the games are televised by Fox and ESPN. I'll tell you what, it's an emotional experience and one of the coolest things done at any ballpark in America.
Worth on an off-speed pitch fouls in. That guy Jonathan Lucroy. And the count's 1-1 with 2 outs in the third. No, we couldn't think of anything better than for the Nats to score a run or two. There's Annette Lerner. Mrs. Ted Lerner, principal owners of the Nationals, right behind Neil there.
Yeah, Neil Diamond's back.
And if that's not Neil Diamond, and it is not, now we know it is. I was going to say, that's the best con job we've ever had in this ballpark. There he is.
I haven't seen his front yet. There it is.
1 ball, 1 strike to Worth. Two and 1.
I said it yesterday and I'll say it again today. Giants play at 110 today. And if Bruce Bochy's watching this game and he wants to win the All-Star game, Ian Desmond will be his shortstop.
And Boch just made a note on his scrap paper. That's the second day in a row FP's told me that.
I always listen to guys in makeup and a tie. Good call, FP.
Yeah, that's how he won 2 World Series.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
Three-one to Worth. Dangerous count for the Brewers here. And another walk. And again, in a 2-out, 2-on situation, it'll be up to the rookie Anthony Rendon. First time, hit the ball sharply right at Segura at short. Out on a bang-bang play. By the way, talk about some musical talent in the ballpark today. Scotty McGregor was here this morning. Scotty McCreery, pardon me. Scotty McGregor was a really good pitcher, but I don't know if he could sing. And there's Neil Diamond, who will be performing on the National Mall not too long from now. Anthony Rendon up and in. And here comes Lucroy to the mound again. And Rick Kranitz, the pitching coach, as well now.
Well, maybe you want to leave that hole open between first and second for Anthony Rendon for a few pitches with 2 outs. He's a guy that likes to go the other way. But with that no third to first move now in baseball, for me, if you have any kind of wheels at first base in this situation, you don't have to worry about the double move. It's a big time thumbs up green light.
Nats by 2 here, bottom of the third. Rendon's driven in 9 runs. Two and 0. Worth running. No throw, nobody covers. Four steals by the Nats today, 3 in this inning. And for Jason Worth, his 3rd of the year without being caught.
Oh, they just had the no throw on right here. Jason Worth goes, nobody covering in the middle, and Bryce Harper right back to the bag at 3rd. So now 2 potential RBIs in a 2-out situation for Rendon.
Rendon to right center. Gomez is there. The Nats pick up a run on a hit, an error, bunch of stolen bases. And we go to the fourth inning, but not just yet. The Nats on top 3-1. This will be a special 4th of July feature.
Nationals fans, we now bring you a very special Independence Day performance to honor our service members and their families from Walter Reed National Military Medical Center and all of our nation's brave men and women in uniform. With his worldwide live performance debut of Freedom Song, They'll Never Take Us Down, Grammy Award winner, Kennedy Center honoree, an inductee into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and the Songwriters Hall of Fame, music icon, Neil Diamond.
"200 years and more, and here we are today, with freedom still our guiding light, defending it with all our might. We're never gonna change, forever look away. We stand for freedom every day. They'll never take us down, and some may try. We're gonna stand our ground. It's do or die. The freedom that we found can't be denied, and they can never take us down. Oh no, our freedom is wide. Got freedom to believe and live the way we choose. Ain't that what freedom's all about? It's something we can't ever lose. And if we go astray, let freedom be the light that takes us through the darkest night. They'll never take us down, though some may try. We're gonna stand our ground. It's do or die. The freedom that we've found can't be denied. Our faith is like a light that keeps us warm. It burns inside. They'll never take us down, not now or any day. Our freedom don't come free, but it's worth the price we pay. The dream inside us all, it cannot be denied. Together let us raise our freedom's flag and let it fly. They'll never take us down, though some may try. We've only got to show them the reason why. Our road together's paved with tears and pride. We know that they can never take us down, and freedom is why. Together let us raise up freedom's flag where eagles fly.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Neil Diamond.
What an amazing treat for our wounded warriors to be that close to Neil Diamond while he performs for a full house in our nation's capital today.
That was cool.
Well, and I think before and after the song, we see the charisma he possesses and how people are just so attracted to him and what he stands for. And a great addition to our ball game here at Nationals Park today. During the song, it was prudent for Taylor Jordan to get out and throw his warm-up tosses, at least toward the end there, and get himself ready for the fourth inning. There will be many autographs and photos between now and the time Neil departs the ballpark, and Heads about 2 miles to the north up to the National Mall. Here we go, top of the fourth. Juan Francisco for the Brewers. And the fastball misses outside. 53rd pitch of the day by Taylor Jordan. Crowd still buzzing. Why not? I just wish he'd come back for the 7th inning stretch and sing "They're Coming to America" from the old jazz singer album and movie.
That'd be nice.
But he's got some other business to take care of in town.
That'd be cool if in the 7th inning he sang "Take on Me" by Aha.
The mind of an analyst works in mysterious ways, ladies and gentlemen. That was funny. 1-2. Fastball upstairs for the strikeout. His second of the day.
And 92 miles an hour, fastball up in the zone. And Francisco can't catch up. Taylor Jordan doing a nice job here this afternoon after a first inning run, settling down nice.
That'll bring in Sean Halton. He gets ahead of this rookie who bounced out to Desmond first time up. That ball hit hard, and Zimmerman grabs it. To his left and elevated. 2 outs.
And behind him. It's like a line drive was hit so hard, he said, well, I'll snatch this out of left field. Playing very shallow once again. Just gives with that line drive a little bit. Good swing by Halton once again. He's hit a lot of balls right on the screws here in this series. That time, nothing to show for it. Nice play by Zimmerman.
Logan Schaefer is next. Right now, Taylor feeling comfortable off the windup. His teammates have given him some runs to work with here. Target away.
They got that saying right on the screws. Phil Wood told me this last year.
That's from the old golf clubs, right?
No, but back in the day, players used to drive screws into their bat when they splintered so they could keep using them. And if you actually hit the ball on the screws that they implanted in their bat, it would go a little bit farther.
I always thought that was a golf term because they used to have screws on the face, and if you hit it near those, the ball would go a long way.
I remember Phil brought somebody's bat up here last year, and it actually had screws driven into the barrel of the bat, and he said that's where the term was originated.
Phil would know. He is Mr. Baseball history here in D.C. That's a busted bat. That was not hit on the screws. But Ian Desmond has it. 10 out of 11 for Taylor Jordan. Neil Diamond may not get out of here for a while. 27, William Howard Taft to Teddy. 26. Next up, Abe. 16. And then tall time Jefferson to everybody knows who's number 1. Well done, guys. There they are. No tackling mascots or other assorted creatures today. It's all about the presidents and bringing the flag home. In the bottom of the 4th, Wilson Ramos. Taylor Jordan and Denard Span. That's on top, 3-1. And Taylor Jordan having himself a nice holiday so far. Ramos, base hit, checks in. Bianchi was playing him shaded up the middle. And Wilson tucked it in behind him for his 13th hit of the year.
Oh, nice. Wilson Ramos checking back in. Little slider down the way, staying through it. Going the other way. And we talk about all the time with Wilson Ramos. He's got pop to all fields. He can hit home runs to center, home runs to right, pull side home runs. He also does a nice job of spraying the ball around the field.
That gives Taylor Jordan a chance to lay down a bunt. Take a stab at it and miss it. Francisco well down the line at 3rd. Halton at first, ready to charge after holding Ramos. That's strike 2.
Well, not an easy job right here for Taylor Jordan. Catcher on first base, Wilson Ramos. Been on the DL twice with a hamstring. So as a bunter in this situation, you feel like you have to be perfect. Juan Francisco breathing down his throat. And we talked about it before. Sometimes the farthest guy away in a situation like this is actually the pitcher.
That'll be a bunt strikeout. 3rd K of the day for Donovan Hand. 1 out here in the 4th. Food drive at Nationals Park Saturday and Sunday. We'll accept donations outside the center field gate through the 4th inning of each game. 4:05 Saturday, 1:35 Sunday. If you bring 3 or more items, you receive 2 free Nats tickets. And if you bring a label item from Harris Teeter, you get a $5 Nats Bucks trade-off. Some restrictions apply. Come and help out those who need it this weekend with our food drive. Top of the order, Denard Span. Going the other way, out of play. Donovan Hand in his 3rd major league start, first 3 innings, 62 pitches, 35 strikes. He's 27 years of age, from Hatton, Alabama. Played at Jacksonville State. And the Brewers took him in the 14th round in 07. In his 7th professional season, he's made it to the big leagues. Off speed and a good smother on that one by Lucroy.
Pitch number 70 coming.
Hot shot. Bianchi, Segura, and a 4-6-3. Fourth inning for the Nats coming to a quick end. Right back to work will go Taylor Jordan in a 3-1 game. So far, so good. First 4 innings in Taylor Jordan's second major league start. They'll face 8-9-1 for the Brewers. Make sure you never miss a defining moment this year. Sign up now for Nationals alerts delivered direct from Masson to your mobile phone. Text Nationals to 29292. Jeff Bianchi bounced out to Ryan Zimmerman first time. First pitch swinging and a pop-up right field for Jason Worth. It's a great thing for a pitcher in the National League when the number 8 hitter makes an out on the first pitch of an inning. Now he's facing his counterpart.
Trying to decide whether I like opening day here in D.C. or the 4th of July game better. I just think it's cool that Major League Baseball gives the Nationals a home game every 4th of July. And you get the early start to where you're the only game on TV. And it's just perfect when you talk about baseball in the nation's capital. One of my favorite days of the year, period.
And the skies have cleared. Sunny here. It is a little steamy, but it's baseball weather on the 4th of July. Donovan Hand bounced out to Rendon first time, and that's strike 2. Well, the Nats won on opening day. I'll check in with my opinion after I see the final score. And it's blown away. Be kind of hard to top opening day this year. Harper homered twice, and Strasburg was brilliant. The Nats shut out the Marlins. That's 2 outs now on strikeout number 3 here in the 5th inning. $37, the uniform number that Steven Strasburg wears, not the $sign, just the numbers. Times 3 strikeouts today to the Children's Inn at the National Institutes of Health. For every strikeout by a Nats pitcher, the D.C. area Toyota dealers helping children and their families with Toyota K's for Kids. Big crowd. Great day. And Taylor Jordan trying to put another 0 on the board so Ian Desmond can lead off in the bottom of this inning. Norichka Aoki in the way. He's flied to left and grounded out to short. Lines it, and even Ryan Zimmerman can't reach that one. That's Aoki's 7th hit in 18 at-bats in this 4-game series.
Well, he's proven to be a seriously tough out. He stays inside the ball so nice, gets on top of the ball. He's able to because you see how far he's choking up. That allows you to control the barrel through the strike zone. If you're not up on the handle like that, your barrel will have a tendency to drop beneath the ball. But since he's choked up so high, almost like playing pepper, he's able to get on top.
I know you've said many times over the years you can't guide the ball off the bat. That man might come as close to doing that as anybody I've ever seen.
Yeah. The best I ever saw was Tony Gwynn. The ball would stop halfway to home. He'd look out at the defense and say, I'm going to hit it there.
Let's see now. Yesterday on the videotape, I noticed this. I think I'll hit it right there. And a strike to even things up against Jean Segura. Hit by a pitch in the first inning on the left wrist. Stole second, scored on a hit. And then singled and stole another base in the third. He's the National League hit leader with 107. Miguel Cabrera and Manny Machado lead the American League with 119 and 117 respectively.
That is a lot of days going home happy as a player.
And a lot of pitchers just the other way. Had him reaching. Desmond now on the charge. Bare hand. We've seen him do this before. And that's the only way he throws out Jean Segura.
Unbelievable.
He and Desmond having a day. Harper and Zimmerman to follow.
After the rest of the day that he's had, first time up, base hit to center, steals second base. Added some serious life to the top of the order. Then a little drag bunt down the third baseline. That was a hit and an error. He'd go on to steal third base right here for his second stolen base of the day. Bryce Harper got in a pickle, got out of the pickle. And then we talked about his defense. He went 58 games without an error at shortstop until he recently made one. But how about that play right there on Jean Segura? I mean, bare hand play plus runner, a guy with 26 stolen bases, and that ball wasn't hit that soft. I mean, he barehanded a pretty firmly hit ball, palms it perfectly. And look at the dirty uni. He and Desmond playing out of the stars and stripes here today in D.C.
2 for 2, 2 runs, 2 stolen bases. Batting average at .280.
Without a doubt, the first half MVP of this ball club, him and Jordan Zimmerman.
the two most consistent guys on the ball club, no doubt about it. Consistent and very high level at the same time. Desmond in this series now 5 for 13, a walk. He's up to double digits in stolen bases. And a breaking ball right off the end of his bat.
Coming right at you. Look out.
Look out, Kevin Santos. Get a helmet down there.
That's an ugly finder.
No problem.
And no offense. Seriously.
That's a bouncing ball. If it's by the pitcher, he's 3 for 3. Davey, can I hit third every day? He might say after the game. Or second, rather, with 3 hits.
Well, I saw something where Thomas Boswell from the Post, Tom was writing about there's some other shortstop with better numbers for the National League All-Star game, and talking about WAR and VORP and stuff that I don't really know about. That's very credible stuff. I think if you watch Ian Desmond play and you watch the intensity that he brings to a ball club every single day and how his all-out approach has affected guys around him and what he's meant as the shortstop who is a leader and the captain, it goes beyond numbers when you're talking about an all-star selection or even an MVP.
Agreed.
It's not all about stats.
Well, and you can take a whole lot of different stats and almost massage them into what you want them to be. And this guy just plays every day, never takes a day off. Opposing managers love him. They don't like pitching to him, but they admire watching him play. Harper's walked twice today. And each time, Desmond's found a way to be on second base by the end of Bryce's at bat. The steal in the first and the bunt base hit in the third when he went to second on Francisco's throwing error. Bryce, a late swing on 80. Trying to ID what kind of off-speed pitch that was. Mercedes-Benz will track it.
And a big swing and a miss here from Harper. Looks like he was betting on something inside. That's something on the outer half.
And warming up is Burke Badenhop. Came into the game in the 4th inning Monday night after the Nats knocked Giovanni Gallardo out in the 4th inning without getting it out in that frame, on their way to a 10-run evening and a 10-5 win.
Yeah, steal a couple of bags, you're going to get a few throwovers.
That's fine with Bryce Harper. More distracted the pitcher is off the stretch. We've got 3 in the box, 4 on deck. Well, kind of a generous call, it appears, on an off-speed pitch, 0-2. Jerry Davis, a great umpire, crew chief, 30th year in the major leagues. And the 0-2 to Bryce. Short lead by Desmond. Harper trying to take that one the other way. Ryan Zimmerman is checked in with a sac fly that almost turned into a 2-run extra base hit. Carlos Gomez ran down a drive of his 2 innings ago. Behind him, Adam LaRoche, who has an RBI, and so does Jason Worth, who's been on twice. So the middle of the order, very active today. Tell you one thing, Taylor Jordan getting some nice breathers in these innings when Ian Desmond gets on base. Target away. This will be interesting the rest of this at bat, because a hand has thrown away all day to Bryce. He might continue to try to bait him out there. And we'll see how much discipline Bryce can have again, because you know he's dying to drive in a run today. But he knows he's got guys behind him doing the job. But he hasn't seen much of anything to pull today. That time Lucroy set up inside a little bit, but Hand missed the spot by plenty. And now the catcher's looking over to the dugout.
Well, you wonder if Hand's going to go back-to-back fastballs to Bryce Harper. 2-2 count's a good off-speed count. It's a good count to run on if you're Ian Desmond. And Hand thinking the same thing. Talked about it in New York. When you see a guy throwing over a lot in a 2-strike count, a lot of times he's telling you what pitch he's thinking about throwing. If he's thinking about throwing an off speed, he'll pick over. Off speed gives you another step as a base runner.
On a pitch up, Harper strikes out. Fourth K of the day. Slots, tables, and dining, the ultimate triple play Hollywood Casino at Charlestown Races. RBI guys on the 4th of July. Ryan Zimmerman with 14 among active players. He got 3 of them on that swing we showed you a little while ago, 4th of July in 06, when he had a walk-off 3-run homer and a 6-4 win over the Marlins.
My old teammate Jason Giambi up there with 13. He's played in 32 4th of Julys. I just made that up. Good for him, still getting it done.
So still playing in his mid-50s, eh?
Oh, yeah. I'll tell you what, we were in Cleveland. He's still in great shape.
Yeah, he's been a help to the Indians, who are playing really well lately, half game behind Detroit. Zimmerman has struck out, hit that long sac fly. Bottom of the 5th inning, and the Nationals have Donovan Hand over 80 pitches. One and one.
Log on to www.pnc.com/Nationals card to learn how you can win an ultimate fan experience, including lunch at the ballpark with Ryan Zimmerman right there and myself. So hang out with Ryan in that lunch and you'll get the way better end of that deal.
Big sweeping breaking ball, strike 2.
Yeah, 71 miles an hour. That curve this year for Hand is average 69. Tough to stay back.
Big gap in right center, a lot of room left field line.
A little bit bigger lead for Desmond after that throw over.
Yeah, right foot to the cut of the grass. Started, then stopped, and fastball inside. Ryan Zimmerman grinding out it at bat here. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Adam LaRoche is next. He has an RBI base hit today, beating the shift back in the first. That was big. It got the Nats even after Taylor Jordan had thrown 20 pitches and given up a run in the top of the first. And then Worth followed with an RBI hit. And suddenly Washington had the lead. Off-speed pitch. Ryan's feet were moving around. He was able to take it.
Well, now you go 3-2-1 out for sure.
Have to, huh?
Yeah.
And Desmond, who had a really short lead, wasn't going. And they turn a 6-4-3 double play. Interesting. 5th inning done. Taylor Jordan back to work, leading the Brew Crew 3-1.
Mercedes-Benz of Alexandria, 3-1 Nats heading to the top of the 6th. Big day for Ian Desmond. But how about Taylor Jordan doing a nice job against a Brewers ball club that has proven already in this series they can swing the bat. Got out of a little jam in the first after giving up a run. Nice 2-seam fastball in the hands of Sean Halton for the last out. And then the strikeout right here of Carlos Gomez on the slider down, and then goes with the elevated fastball against Juan Francisco. So Taylor Jordan doing a nice job so far here on the 4th.
"13 of the last 15 hitters retired. And a swing and a miss on a breaking ball by Carlos Gomez. Top of the 6th underway. He has bounced to third and struck out. Sounded like a busted bat, and he drops one into left. That's Carlos Gomez, second hit. They're going to get him at first if there's a throw, and it was just too high. He went wandering halfway to second base, and it took the Nats a minute to realize that he got himself into a big-time bad spot. Lower throw, he would have been out.
Well, Rendon tried to put the tag down from the Bryce Harper throw, and that was a difference. I'm surprised Bryce didn't wing that thing all the way to first. We've seen it do it before, but Carlos Gomez with a huge turn at first base, trying to catch Bryce Harper napping, thought better of it and barely got back.
We've had some interesting plays in this series with runners going back to first base.
Ooh, that was a lot closer than it initially looked.
LaRoche really got that tag down in a hurry. Here's Lucroy. And a strike. He's 1 for 2 with an RBI hit up the middle. Ross Ohlendorf, the Nats' long to middle man, warming up here in the 6th. This Milwaukee ball club, their offense, they don't go away. They were down 8-0 Monday night. Scored 5 unanswered runs before the Nats put them away with 2 more. One ball, one strike. Brewers don't look like a ball club in this series that's 18 games out of first place and 15 under 500. They've given the Nats quite a battle here for 4 days, even after they fell way behind Monday.
Well, it's far too early to talk about must-win games. But if you're the Nationals and you drop 3 out of 4 to the Milwaukee Brewers at home, a team that's 15 games under 500.
Got to make those up somewhere if that happens.
These are the games you're supposed to win if you want to do what you're supposed to do.
Runner moving, foul ball. Looking at some numbers this morning, the Nats at 500 after 84 games. To win 91 games, or even 98, they would have to go 47 and 29 the rest of the way. And if they wanted to be 20 games over 500, they'd have to go 48 and 28, get up in that 90, low 90s area. That would usually put you into postseason play. So you're right, FP. Hard to pick out one game and say you got to win it. But there are a whole bunch of ball games that have to be strung together at some point on the W side.
That may be the first pitch out I've seen this year from the Nationals right there. I can't remember another one.
Racking my brain. I know it's not even a handful. 2 balls and 2 strikes. That's some pretty good jammage right there. And a pop-up for Ian Desmond. Using the glove as shade. Sun coming straight down. And an important out here in the 6th inning. Let's have a look at the Brewers' box score. A hit batter, Segura, stolen base, 2 hits for their run in the first. And then only 3 singles since then. Segura in the 3rd. Aoki in the 5th, and Gomez here in the 6th. Juan Francisco, 1 for 2.
Well, the one thing we've learned from Francisco in this series, he's swinging.
At 241 in 35 games with Atlanta before they traded him June 3rd. Runner going again, swing and a miss. Ramos, and he pulled it way off to the side, and Desmond had to go backhand to keep it out of center field. That's Gomez, 17th of the year, and he's only been caught 3 times.
Yeah, picked a good pitch, a changeup right here from Taylor Jordan. Got a good jump, little peek back to see the swing and the miss. And like you said, the throw to the left field side, and he had a little trouble on the exchange. A little bobble right there, but I don't think a good throw gets Gomez. He had a good jump.
And Nats catchers have been left defenseless back there on a lot of opponent steals this year. That's up and in, and the count's even 1-1. Teams are running wild. It's 3 by the Brewers, 4 by the Nats. Nationals have stolen 39 bases this year and given up 55. Mercedes-Benz to track it.
Yeah, pretty good changeup again right here from Jordan. Pulling the string. Francisco way out in front.
Tried to paint the inside edge.
That was a quick pitch too. A little slide step again right there. Trying to sneak that fastball in with 2 strikes.
Sean Halton is next. He lined out hard to Zimmerman last time.
There's a fan.
Fans with fans.
Another fan.
Not sure what the guy has in mind on the right side there. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That is headed for right field. Gomez headed for third. He's coming home. Worth's throw cut off by LaRoche. And they've got the runner at first. Everybody has some place to be on every play, and that was Anthony Rendon going to the bag on a 9-3-4. 2 outs.
That's a guy that just started playing second base, too. And how many times have you seen guys that have played second their whole career just stand there and watch that play? But Anthony Rendon sneaking around the back door. Jason Worth with a good fundamental throw hitting LaRoche right in the chest. And they got Francisco wandering off. He didn't think that Rendon was going to be there. That's a good play. It's a tie and run.
That'll be it for Taylor Jordan. 4 1/3 his first big league start. 5 1/3 today. So he's building on some things. And he leaves with a chance to be the winning pitcher. Nats bullpen. A lot of outs to get on this 4th of July. And Washington still on top 3-2. Five 2/3, counting that out at first base. Well, it's a busy week. All the fun at the ballpark, Neil Diamond today. Saturday, after the 4:05 game against the Padres, the Nats Live free post-game concert series continues with Thompson Square. Tickets start at $10. Nationals.com/Nats Live. There are some restrictions that apply. Free post-game concert only with a valid July 6th game ticket. Ross Ohlendorf, 4th appearance. 13 innings, 9 hits, 7 strikeouts, and the league only hitting a .196 against this 30-year-old veteran.
Yeah, fastball slider change. Fastball averaging 92 for Ohlendorf. And the best part about that pickoff play at first base, other than it was the tying run, is you get to see Ohlendorf in the big windup.
Yes, we do.
And come out of the pen in the stretch. That would have been no fun. Check out the old school delivery from Ross Ohlendorf,
who faces Sean Halton for the first time ever.
The big windup. There he is.
And some of you seeing the Nats nationally today that haven't seen him before and might remember back to pitchers with big windups. You'll notice the ball will not be in his hand. When he goes all the way back, he'll reacquire in the glove. Slider just outside.
Well, he gets the sign from the catcher and sets the ball in his glove to a certain grip to where when he goes in there, it's the pitch he wants. So he gets the sign from Ramos right there, setting the ball in there. Got the seams right where he wants it. Goes back in and has plenty of time to grip it.
Runs that one way inside to Halton, 3-1. .85 pitches, 60 strikes for Taylor Jordan today. 5 2/3, 2 runs on 6 hits. He hit one batter but didn't walk anybody. And Ohlendorf just walked the first man he faced. Tying runs aboard here in the 6th. And the hitter will be Logan Schaefer, also seeing Ohlendorf for the first time.
Another solid job from Taylor Jordan.
Now, he pitched an extra inning and a third today on 1 pitch more than in his big league debut.
He did a better job today than he did in New York, and it's understandable with all the adrenaline he had in his major league debut of getting ahead of hitters, not having to pitch from behind. Kept that 2-seam fastball down nice. The slider was better today, and the changeup as advertised.
Ohlendorf, considerable time with the Pirates, 08 into the 2011 season. And a ball flied to center for Denard Span, retreating, and he grabs it short of the track. So they score a run on 2 hits, lose a runner at first, and after 5.5, the Washington lead 3-2. DynCorp International. We serve today for a better tomorrow. By Navy Federal Credit Union. 4 million members, 4 million stories. Navy Federal Credit Union. And by 3Wire, the leader in eliminating wasteful spend through disruptive technologies. And we air today's game on Masson in celebration of Independence Day. Today, America celebrating its 237th birthday. And a good day for Taylor Jordan. Nats have some business to take care of, though, for him to be in line for that first big league win. Our freight railworks due up here, bottom of the 6th. And in this series, Adam LaRoche, 2 hits, but he's been on base 5 times. Jason Worth on base 5 times, driving in 6, including 1 today. And Anthony Rendon, 4 hits, a home run last night. Burke Badenhop takes over for the Brewers. Former Florida and Miami Marlin, who the Nats have seen numerous times.
A 3-pitch guy, fastball, slider, and a change, and a base hit.
Hello, says Adam LaRoche. Badenhop pitched 2 scoreless innings with a base hit here on Monday night, trying to hold the ball game together after the Nats went out to an 8-0 lead by the 4th inning. He got LaRoche that night, not today. And Jason Worth, who's 1 for 10 against him, steps in here. On base twice, RBI single, a walk, a stolen base. And Worth will look one, over but low. So the Nats got 3 runs on 6 hits in 5 against Donovan Hand, who walked 3. And his walks hurt him. Struck out 4. His 3rd major league start, 86 pitches, 51 strikes. And a big breaking ball way outside, 1-1. Or rather 2-1 now. 3 hits in the first and a walk to Harper. RBIs by LaRoche and Worth in the Nats box score. And then Ian Desmond manufacturing a run with a bunt, a steal, and running home on a Zimmerman sac fly in the 3rd.
And done it all here today.
Nice to see Wilson Ramos in his return check in with a hit. Jason Worth sees at least 4 pitches every at bat, it seems, and the count's 2-2.
Looked like he might have been a little frustrated with himself right there for taking that fastball in a 2-1 count.
Doesn't take that one, hits it hard, base hit. LaRoche will turn and stop with Gomez charging hard. The Nats have 2 on, nobody out. And Jason Worth has a perfect day through 3 plate appearances.
Yeah, funny how the game works. Worth a little frustrated that he took the 2-1 fastball. And he gets into a 2-strike count. The next pitch even better, right down the middle. So he took a borderline pitch 2-1 and then gets a 2-2 fastball right down the heart of the plate. For his 2nd hit of the day, Jason Worth on base all 3 times.
Great effort by Segura. No chance, and the Nats building an inning here.
You count the grains of dirt right there in the dive.
Rendon singled against Baden-Hop here Monday night. 4 for 14 in the series. Wow. Defense on the bunt on a pitch flying up and in. We've seen that on both sides this series.
Well, pitchers won't admit it publicly, but a lot of times when a guy squares around, they just kind of throw it up and in because they know it's a tough pitch to lay off. You see a lot of times with the opposing pitcher squaring early. They'll never tell you they do it on purpose, but they know that that's a tough pitch to pull back on and a very tough pitch to put in play.
Well, you can throw a purpose pitch without trying to hit somebody. And Rendon will pop that one up, but it's on the ground. Muffed by Francisco. Bases loaded.
Should be a sacrifice E5 right there. And I'll tell you what, I don't know about a triple play, but that's at least a double play if Francisco fields it, because Adam LaRoche just takes off. And he almost has to. But he was betting on that ball dropping, and if Francisco keeps coming and catches this in the air, let's see where Jason Worth is. Was it a triple play? No, at least a double play. Would have doubled off LaRoche at second base. The ball bounces, can't handle it, and the Nats catch a huge break here in the 6th.
Base is loaded. Tom Gorzolani, the former Nat, warming up. They figure a left-handed batter is going to come on in the number 9 spot, and it's Roger Bernardina for now. And a huge spot for Wilson Ramos to make his return to the lineup, a really big one.
Oh, got a pitch. That's what he's looking for. Something elevated, thinking about staying up the middle. True Storm getting hot in the Nats bullpen.
That's because Roger Bernardina is waiting to hit for Ross Ohlendorf. Ramos on a good take and a breaking ball.
And the lineup for the Nationals just has a whole different feel to it today than maybe anything we've seen since early April.
Yeah, Ramos hurt May 16th, second time around. Outside, 2-1. So a clean single by LaRoche and Worth to follow. They're at second, or rather third and second. And then Rendon on the sacrifice and the error. Loading things up. Ramos, base hit up the middle. LaRoche is home. Here comes Worth. The Nats lead 5-2. Some of that on the ground pop we talked about in the number 8 spot.
There's so much depth to this lineup today, and you see the results. Fans going crazy here. And a single up the middle from Wilson Ramos. I mean, now the lineup really doesn't let up when you talk about Rendon hitting 307. Wilson Ramos, a guy with 20 home run type pop, and you see the reaction at first base. Nobody happier than the Buffalo at first base to be back in the lineup, and welcome back Wilson Ramos. It's good to see that guy play. We missed him.
Yeah, now the situation changes, and Davies looking for a sacrifice bunt. So he calls back Bernardina and goes with Steve Lombardozzi. Ron Renicky, meanwhile, is going to make a double switch. Bert Badenhop retires nobody here in the 6th inning.
It's just got to feel good, doesn't it?
Wilson Ramos back in the lineup. 2 hits, 2 RBIs.
The Nationals with 4 home runs. First Jonathan Solano, then Ryan Zimmerman. And remember that guy? The Beast going the other way. The 3rd home run. And then Rick Ankiel getting in on the job. The Nats went on to win that game 9-4 against San Francisco. In game time temperature, 152 degrees.
According to the Giants, it was.
Yeah, the Giants wilted in the heat here last year.
Yuniesky Betancourt comes into play. Third base. He'll bat 9th. That'll move Juan Francisco over to first base. Sean Halton out of the ball game on the double switch, and former Nat Tom Gorzolani will make an appearance for the 2nd time in this series. He pitched 2 scoreless innings here Monday night in the 6th and the 7th, right through the heart of the order. And the luxury of this now, Steve Lombardozzi can turn around, still sacrifice, and he can do it right-handed.
And last 4th of July, Gorzelany on the mound for the Nationals in the 6th inning, pitched to ending the 3rd of shutout baseball. So he knows all about those highlights we just showed.
Benefited from some of those. Edwin Jackson was the winner in that game last year. So Ramos at first with Rendon ahead of him. Nobody out, 2 runs in, ballpark buzzing, and the Nats lead by 3. Lombardozzi reaching for ball 1, and that'll be a strike as he missed it.
Yeah, Carp, we just showed those highlights of last year. 4 home runs in that game. Big part of it. Today, 4 stolen bases for the Nationals, and I think a big part of this ball game. When you talk about last year through 85 games, the Nats had 63 stolen bases. This year, just 39. So now you're adding another element to the offense that you haven't seen so far this year.
So on this day, something's come in force. That's a good bunt. Gorzelany took a look at third, but he would have had to turn a 180 to make a throw on Rendon. And Lombardozzi does it perfectly. 1-4 on the sacrifice.
Not an easy job when everybody in the ballpark knows why you came into the game. Nice job.
Another concert continues the Nats Live series at Sunday, featuring Third Day. Game tickets starting at $10. Go to nationals.com/NatsLive. Some restrictions apply. You must have a valid game ticket for July 7th for that one. Inspirational music from Third Day, and some of the Nats will be speaking during that program. Top of the order, Denard Span. Infield in, 2nd and 3rd, 1 out. The breaking ball by Tom Gorzelany.
And Gorzelany, a 4-pitch guy, an occasional cutter, but mostly fastball, slider, change. Saw the slider right there. Fastball averaging 90.
And Denard Span's never faced him. Popped up. Scampering back Segura, then he'll yield to the call of Jeff Bianchi. 2 outs. Wow. Seems like we've been playing all day. 1:30 in the afternoon, and it's the bottom of the 6th inning. Having a great Independence Day. Full house here at Nationals Park. Great pregame pageantry. Giant flag unfurled. Neil Diamond electrified the crowd after the 3rd inning. And now the Nats have put 5 runs on the board on 9 hits. And Ian Desmond will try to make this a huge inning and a really big lead. Well, maybe Bryce Harper will. They don't want to deal with Desmond again.
Boy, oh boy, that'll tell you something about how Ian Desmond's going. Even though it's a matchup, how many times you're going to see anybody walk somebody to get to Bryce Harper. This is good stuff. And trust me, Bryce will take this personally.
Harper walked against Gorzelany on Monday night. Only time they've ever faced each other. Obviously teammates last year.
Wow, some good drama here. Watch these swings from number 34.
Bryce on base twice today with 2 walks, a run, and a steal. In the series, 1 for 13 with that first at-bat home run Monday night.
Wow, lefty's hitting 200 with 4 home runs against Gorzelany. Righty's just 167.
Man, that's interesting because Tom's always been so great against lefties. Harper pulls it, fair ball. Grabbed by Betancourt, and the 6th inning is over. But the Nats pick up 2 runs, stretching their lead to 3 with 3 innings to go.
I want to wish all the men and women serving our country a happy 4th of July.
Well, from Houston, Texas to Washington, D.C., Anthony Rendon. On to the 7th inning here. And we thought we'd express our wishes with neckwear today.
Yeah, nice tie.
On this 4th of July. Got this at Valley Forge a couple years ago.
I think it's a great idea. Personally.
You're a grand old flag yourself and a high-flying flag. Well, Drew Storen's going to come out here in the 7th inning, trying to come back from a rough outing the other night. The offense, very opportunistic today.
Yeah, he's just like that Davey Johnson switched it up a little bit, put Ian Desmond batting second today, and it's paid off. 3 for 3, a couple of stolen bases, added serious speed to the top of the order. And we always talk about it's not just getting base hits and the batting average of a ball club, but there's other ways to score runs. And you add that speed and that element of surprise at the top of the order. Desmond with 2 stolen bases, and it's just a different vibe, especially with Wilson Ramos hitting 8th. It just feels like a normal lineup today.
Dan Herron coming back soon, but Taylor Jordan makes a statement today to be considered at least.
Yeah, and on the biggest stage, too. The only game in baseball in Washington, D.C. on the 4th of July. The young kid takes them out his home debut and gets the job done, just pumping strikes in the strike zone with that 2-seam fastball change slider combination against a good hitting Brewers team. Another impressive outing from Taylor Jordan.
All right, Drew Storen. Roughed up for 4 runs against the Brewers in that 4-0 game on Tuesday night. So he's eager to get back at it. Takes on Jeff Bianchi, who bunts, and it's a good one. Zimmerman, look at that play to keep a speedy number 8 hitter from reaching base as we get to the late innings here.
There's been so many slow rollers or bunt plays over the years down the third baseline that you just in your head say put it in your pocket. And the best thing that Drew Storen did right there was get out of Ryan Zimmerman's way, because his momentum's going to be going toward the Brewers dugout. You have to throw across your body. It's going to take an extra click. And look at another great play from the Nationals' left side today with the bare hand. First Desmond, now Zimmerman.
Fastball up and away to Yuniesky Betancourt. Did I hear correctly that there's a story behind that tie you're wearing today?
Yes, it's my late grandfather's tie, who served our country in the Navy in World War II.
Nice.
A little tribute to him.
Swinging a foul tip, and the count's even 1-1. Well, Wilson Ramos couldn't get through the first game without at least a glancing blow, right?
I mean, Kurt Suzuki was fantastic. We talk about how he handled the staff. He played 36 of the 44 games that Ramos was gone, but he's been swinging the bat great of late. Adds a lot of energy back behind the plate, but just having Wilson Ramos around, back in the lineup after all he's been through with the knee and the hamstrings. But hats off to Kurt Suzuki, who did just an amazing job with Ramos out. And it's not like it's just going to be Wilson Ramos's job here. I mean, They're still going to switch off. You're going to see a lot of Kurt Suzuki, but we're just happy to see Wilson healthy, back in the lineup, and we hope he stays in the lineup for a long time.
But if any athlete in America deserves a holiday off, it's Kurt Suzuki. He has really been grinding it out behind home plate every day. And we wish Jonathan Solano all of our best as he goes back to AAA. Good backup catcher. Drove in a couple of runs in a series against Colorado 2 weeks ago, and we like watching him play and hope to see him again in September. Jonathan told me that Donovan, his brother, had just been recalled by the Marlins. And the Nats are going there on the next road trip after Philadelphia. 2-2 pitch. Storen gives up a long ball to left. Harper after it. And the Brewers are giving Drew Storen some headaches in this series. Betancourt going deep, and that's his 9th of the year. It's a 5-3 game.
It's a 5-4 game if Zimmerman doesn't make that play. Let's see the pitch from Drew Storn on the Nissan pitch track. Just up, elevated two-seam fastball, belt high. And he's had trouble getting that thing down the last couple of times.
Well, we noticed this the other night, FP. Drew was not able to throw his slider for strikes on Tuesday.
That was a changeup. That's my fault all the way. I saw the rotation on the Exmo. 87-mile-an-hour changeup, belt high.
Man, he just couldn't corral the breaking ball, which for a couple of years was his bread and butter, that slider. Had to throw a lot of fastballs the other night. And here's Aoki, who did not bat against him in that 8th inning. Norichika Aoki, 1-for-1 career with a single against Drew Storn. Two balls, one strike. Good hitters coming up. Drew needs to be on the attack here and not give this guy a free bag. Aoki in the series, 7 for 18. Good fastball, 94, right in there, 2-2.
Well, the slider the other night, I think, was the problem for Drew. He just didn't have it. And that's been his out pitch the majority of his career. And he likes to throw it in this count.
He goes on the attack with 94.
And look at the fastball right here from Storn. Two-seam runner on the inner half to get strike two.
On a pitch up. Just kind of seemingly running out of the box and guiding that ball out of play.
Boy, you watch Aoki hit. He just does a really good job of squaring his face up to the pitcher, to where you see a lot of guys kind of looking out of their lead eye, their right eye. He's got his face squared up to the pitcher once he gets set in his stance, almost like he's playing catch with you. And it's just a little fundamental thing for hitters, to where you get that chin on your shoulder and you're looking right at the pitcher. And see how he's just looking at Drew right there?
Yeah, stealing a few glances over toward the third baseline as well. And he went after a pitch way downstairs and strikes out. 2 down. And a nice out for Drew Storn to get after the home run.
We're almost like an emergency hack here, thinking about the slider. And Drew Storn just goes with the heat, letting it fly right there. Two-seam fastball in the inner half. And because he already established the strike, you see the emergency hack from Aoki right there, trying to buy himself another chance. Back foot off the ground. Can't make contact. Nice pitch from Storn.
That's news. First strikeout this series, and his actually his 18th in 318 at bats this year. That's pretty amazing, the contact he makes. Now it's Segura, who started that 8th inning against Drew on Tuesday night with an opposite field base hit. 1 for 2 career against the Nats right-hander. Two and 0. Trying to make it 5-4 with the count in his favor.
A pretty good run on this 94. He starts it down the middle, runs to the inner half, big swing and a miss.
Segura hit by a pitch, single, 1 for 2, with a run and 2 stolen bases today.
It seems like after that changeup for the home run, Drew Storen is just going all heat. Here it is, hit it. Sometimes that's the best way to go. Just stop thinking about things, grip it and rip it.
And when you're a reliever, what's the odds that all 3 pitchers are going to be working on the same day? Some days you'll be untouchable. Other days you make adjustments and go with the 1 or 2 that are getting people out. Breaking ball hammered to right center. Drew left that slider up. 2 hits in the inning. And Carlos Gomez will represent the tying run.
Well, you would think with 26 stolen bases and Drew Storen being deliberate to the plate that Segura is going to be off to the races here soon. It looks like Steve McCatty is going to come out and talk to Drew Storen. It might be about the runner on first more than the guy in the batter's box.
Well, Drew had all kind of trouble with runners in that 4-run inning. Trying to get it to the 8th inning so Tyler Clippard could start the frame. But if he doesn't get Gomez, Davey could bring in Tyler for Jonathan Lucroy. Right now, I think it's important for Drew Storen and his confidence just to get through an entire inning here and bridge the gap to Clippard and then Soriano.
I think it's safe to say that Drew Storen does not enjoy trips to the mound.
Carlos Gomez flied out against him on Tuesday night, and the career matchup reads 1 for 6. Base hit last time, stole a base, scored on the Francisco single to right. And that time this was a 3-2 game. He bunts it off the plate and it goes to the left and foul.
Just not a fan of that play at all. You got a guy with 12 home runs in the box hitting .309. You're down by 2 late. 2 outs, that really does nothing. I mean, your mentality should be, I'm going to tie this game up, or at least drive in a run. That's just about getting your hits.
Short lead at first by Segura. There's a good breaking ball by Drew Storen, sliding from one side of the plate to the other.
You know, the slider right there in the strike zone, out of the strike zone to a pull swing.
No balls, 2 strikes. And a slider, center cut, and this game's tied. And the Milwaukee Brewers now in this series, in just under 2 innings, have scored 7 runs on Drew Storen.
Well, he wasn't thinking it on the first pitch. When he tried to bunt, he was definitely thinking it in a 2-strike count. And you could see on the swing before that after the bunt attempt, he was trying to tie this game, and he got a slider right out over the plate, belt high, and knew exactly what to do with it. And we'll start this one all over again.
5-5, top of the 7th. Jonathan Lucroy, the hitter. Left-handed batter Francisco on deck. Lucroy extends this inning. You would think Clippard would have to pitch to him with that changeup. That's a slider that's upstairs. 1 ball, 1 strike.
You saw Drew get the ball back on that slider. It's the same one that he threw right here to Carlos Gomez, and the slider wasn't there the other night. And he threw a good one for strike 2, and he tried to throw a better one for strike 3. Overthrew it. It just spun right out over the plate.
Strike call, 1 and 2 to Lucroy. Well, Taylor Jordan will not get his first major league win today. Donovan Hand is off the hook. Right-hander Brandon Kintzler, who we haven't seen in this series yet. They have a 9-man bullpen, 7 right-handers. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Lucroy, did he go? Yes, says Mark Carlson. 7th inning over, and a rough one for Drew Storen. 7th inning stretch brought to you by Hyundai's Easy Decision event. Visit your Washington area Hyundai dealers today. The Nats led 2-1, 3-1, 3-2, 5-2, and now it's all tied up. To you by DynCorp International. We serve today for a better tomorrow. By Navy Federal Credit Union. 4 million members, 4 million stories. Navy Federal Credit Union. And by 3Wire, the leader in eliminating wasteful spend through disruptive technologies. Happy 4th of July to our viewers, and a special thanks to our United States Armed Forces who protect and defend our great nation every day. Padres in town for the weekend. Nats have faced Andrew Cashner this season. May 19th against the Nats. He got a win, pitching almost 7 innings. And then on the other side, Gio is hot. 2.01 ERA last 10 starts. The league hitting $1.88 against him. Maybe looking for number 6. We'll get you going with Nats Extra, 6:30 Friday night.
Gio enjoying the game with his shades on, talking to Denard Span, Ian Desmond. I think you got to give Ron Renicky a lot of credit for last inning. Walking Ian Desmond to get to Bryce Harper. It was a very interesting move. I don't think we've seen that before, but it ended up working out. A ground ball to first base. Kept his ball club in the game, and then Carlos Gomez, after for some reason trying to base hit bunt, hit his 13th home run of the year to tie this game up.
Zimmerman, LaRoche, and Worth. Tom Gorzelani still in the ballgame. 9 pitches, 5 strikes to get 3 outs in the 6th around an intentional walk of Bryce Harper. A big sequence in the game when the Nats had a chance to bust it wide open, and then 1/2 inning later, boom, game tied. Tom Gorzelani got Ryan Zimmerman to hit into a double play the other night. 3 for 5 career, though, Ryan is against him with a walk and a double. And a breaking ball that he misses.
Nats have done a nice job of answering the Brewers' runs today. Milwaukee scored 1 in the 1st. The Nats answered with 2. Milwaukee scored 1 in the 6th. The Nats answered with 2. Trying to do it right here in the 7th.
Zimmerman high in the air, left center. Schaefer and Gomez, and the center fielder has the call. 1 out. 4 outs for Gorzelani. You have until 11:59 p.m. tonight to vote for your Nats on the All-Star team. Help send Bryce Harper and all your favorite guys, Jordan Zimmerman, Ian Desmond, to the All-Star game by voting up to 35 times at nationals.com/vote. Adam LaRoche against Tom Gorzelani in this series, 0 for 1. Career 1 for 4 with a home run. And LaRoche got jammed and popped it up. Gene Segura having trouble with the sun for a moment. Manages to cradle that for the 2nd out on the shift. This copyrighted broadcast presented by authority of the Washington Nationals Baseball Club and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Washington Nationals. Jason Worth has had a perfect day. 2 hits, an RBI, a walk, a steal, a run. 2 for 7 career against Tom Gorzelani, 0 for 1 in this series. Their pitcher spot is due up 2nd in the 8th. Worth a good rip, and the count goes to 1-2.
Yeah, we watched with Gorzelani all last year. That 91 plays a little bit harder than 91. It's just because of that quick arm stroke that he has, getting the ball down and up to his release point. It plays a little bit more firm than it would seem. A 4th of July souvenir.
And a 1-2. Worth guides it left side. Sneaks it through. 3rd hit of the day. And Jason Worth up around the 280 mark now with a 3 for 3 day and a 5 for 15 series.
A nice piece of hitting right there with 2 strikes, and you wonder if Betancourt was playing no doubles right out there, meaning he was guarding the line. Jason Worth just reaches out and pokes it. You see the big hole created by the no doubles defense. Now it's Jason Worth to get another hit through the 5.5 hole. He's been wearing that thing out this year.
Yeah, and like we said, if there's any right-handed batter somebody should shift on. Looks like Ricky Weeks is coming into the ball game now on a double switch. They want a right-hander for Rendon. They've been warming up Kinsler. Adam Dunn leading off the 7th inning against Atlanta's Tommy Hanson, and that's number 300. He would later drive in another run, and the Nats behind John Lannon beat Mike Gonzalez, who's with the Brewers now that day, 5-3. By the way, the Nats got back to 500 that day with their 6th consecutive win, 40-40. A lot of things going on with the Brewers right here. New pitcher, defensive changes all over the place. First of all, Logan Schaefer goes to center field. Carlos Gomez out of the game. Jeff Bianchi has left second base and gone to left field. And the new second baseman is Ricky Weeks, who I think is batting 6th. We'll wait and see about that. Looks like their pitcher spot moves up to the 3-hole. Carlos Gomez out. That'll be Brandon Kinsler, who makes his 34th appearance, 32 strikeouts in 35 innings, and the league hitting .222.
Yeah, righty's hitting .250 against Kinsler. Been timing him here in the stretch. He's consistently a 1-5 to the plate. That's fairly deliberate. I don't know if he'll speed up once the game starts, but if you're Jason Worth, you may have a chance in this sequence to steal second base if he stays that slow. 3-pitch guy, fastball, slider, change. Fastball averaging 92.
Anthony Rendon will see this pitcher, of course, for the first time. So a rookie coming in with a runner at first 2 outs, spawning a flurry of activity by the Brewers and their bullpen. Rendon today 0 for 3. Actually 0 for 2. A sacrifice. An error was made on the end of it, and he ducks away from a high tight fastball. Trying to keep this inning alive for a man who drove in 2 runs last time up. Wilson Ramos 2 for 3 in his return. Way upstairs.
I think you're going to get a good pitch to hit right here if you're Rendon. Big right center field gap. I never seen a right fielder hug the line as I have Aoki in this series. You can't even see him in my shot. And there he is. I mean, right center field's a run, and we've seen Rendon. That's where he hits the ball most.
That's a strike.
I guess when you have a center fielder in Carlos Gomez that covers so much ground, you can afford to cheat toward the lines.
Yeah, kind of a curious decision by Ron Renicky. Took a man out of the ball game who just hit a home run. Now Schaefer can go get him in center, but I don't think anybody thinks he's as good a center fielder as Carlos Gomez.
Yeah, Schaefer, Gomez. Ron Renicky's got my scorecard all messed up.
That's up and in, ball 3. And Rendon on the pitch in on his hands will foul it 3-2. That'll give Jason Worth a head start here in a moment. In a ball game where suddenly every 90 feet means a lot. Ball game at the 3-hour mark here in the bottom of the 7th inning. It has been a struggle. Rendon good at bat. 2 on, 2 out.
Well, how about Wilson Ramos? First day back, game falls to him here in the bottom of the 7th. Tie ball game, couple of knocks today. Did a nice job behind the plate, 2 RBIs. And he would love at least 3.
$14 hits on the year and 51 at bats. So he started the day at 250. He's at 275. Never has faced Kinsler. Looks at the pitch up high, and this right-hander's having a hard time getting over the top of his deliveries.
Jonathan Lucroy is not afraid to make some trips to the mound.
Number 9 spot next, Chad Tracy. They're not warming their other left-hander, Michael Gonzalez, now that Gorzolani's been used. And a ball hammered to left field, high in the air, and he has done it! Wilson Ramos, 5 RBIs on the 4th. What a day for a career high in RBIs.
They want him out on the top step. Fans pumped about the Buffalo and the day he's having here on the 4th.
Unbelievable. 5 RBIs in the last 2 innings. Nats lead 8-5. Chad Tracy now will hit for Drew Storen.
That is some 2-out lightning. So a single by Worth A good at-bat by Anthony Rendon. And a hanger right down the middle for Wilson Ramos. Catches it out front. His 3rd home run of the year. And have a day. Wow.
That ball gained another gear on its way out of the ballpark. Because Bianchi at first acted like he had a chance. And then that thing flew over the bullpen. Wilson Ramos goes from 6 RBIs to 11 in one game. Only his 15th of the year.
I was in that dugout. I'd be massaging Wilson Ramos' hamstring right now. They need him in the lineup big time.
Right side ground ball going away from the base. Betancourt to the pitcher. Big time damage by the Nats, and it all happens with 2 outs. Worth got the hit against Gorzelani, the walk, and then this blast. And the Nationals have their 3-run lead back. For Wilson Ramos, who singles in the 4th, drives in 2 with 1 in the 6th, and then bombs this one in the 7th.
And just catches it out in front, and that's the pop they've been missing all year long. Like I said, no offense to Kurt Suzuki. He's done a great job filling in for Wilson Ramos, and they did a nice job switching off together. But it's just a different element with Ramos in the 8th slot. And we never get sick of curtain calls.
Well, he's such a good young man. He's been through so much, and everybody knows what he went through during the offseason recently. And just to see him back on the field. And I'm telling you, FP, I had a little flashback. When I saw the side angle of that home run swing, I was seeing a little bit of Andres Galarraga forward into that swing. That was really something. It was seemingly effortless.
He's got some big cat in him. I'll buy that.
Tyler Clippard now trying to settle this thing down. 8th inning upon us. He'll face Francisco. And then Weeks. And then Logan Schaefer. It'll be 5, 6, and 7 for the Brewers.
Fastball, cutter, curveball change.
Tyler, a scoreless 8th inning with a strikeout here against Weeks, Francisco, and Sean Halton on Monday night. He struck out Weeks, lined out Francisco to short. So 2 of those 3 hitters right here.
Well, the Nats have done something today that they did consistently all last season. And that's when the other team scores, they answer. And every inning that Milwaukee scored today, the Nats answered with more runs, or they covered the 3 right there in the bottom of the 7th, but answered in the 1st, answered in the 6th, and then answered big time in the 7th.
1-1 to Francisco, who's 0 for 3 career against Tyler Clippard. And the 92 is upstairs, 2-1.
And you know why that's so big, Carp? Because if you're the other team and you consistently do that, it's just like, what do we have to do to win a ball game? These guys just won't go away.
Ground ball right side. Nice change up. Rendon for the first out. Even though Tyler left it up high, he still had the hitters timing way off. Happy Independence Day to all of you from our nation's capital. And we're glad to have WUSA 9 with us today. Join them this weekend, Saturday and Sunday, 3 p.m., as they follow the PGA Tour on WUSA 9.
Game on.
Here's Ricky Weeks, first AB of the day.
Getting ready to get my post game on. 4th of July, little picnic working, barbecue.
You cooking?
Yeah, I got it. Can burn some hot dogs and hamburgers with the best of them.
Better burned than boiled. Ricky Weeks in this series, 2 for 11. A homer, 2 walks. Fastball up at 91. So Ricky Weeks 1 for 7 career against Tyler Clippard. He warmed up for a long time in that 7th inning. But he's fresh, hasn't pitched since the ball game on Monday. And he gets a strike down in the zone. 2 balls, 2 strikes. So he finally gets over the top of that heater. Ricky Weeks didn't like it from Jerry Davis.
Now they're having a little conversation as we speak. Weeks looked back, didn't like the pitch, thought it was down. You see him looking back at Davis. Thought it was low. It's a good take by Ricky Weeks. A lot of times for Clippard, his out pitch is that elevated fastball. Tough to hold up because of delivery and the angle he throws it at. See if he goes 3-2 changeup.
He does. Well, there's another bobblehead coming our way.
Yes.
Saturday, July 20th, 7:05 against the Dodgers. First 15,000 fans, the Davey Johnson bobblehead, presented by PNC Bank. It's while supplies last, some restrictions apply. And you must enter through the center field gates to receive it. Nationals.com/tickets.
That's the 98 win Davey Johnson in the right-hand corner. The big smile on his face.
Yeah, got his arm up on the rail, side of the dugout there. And it's over by the dugout, just above where Davey works, at one of the wires that supports the backstop.
It's in the bottom of that bobblehead. It says 2012 National League Manager of the Year on it. So 15,000 of those, huh?
15,000.
Think we'll get one?
I'll ask Davey.
All right.
He'll have boxes full.
Those things are like gold. You can do some serious bartering with bobbleheads. Get a few of those. It's at least a free dinner.
And Ramos gets whacked on that foul ball. No balls and 2 strikes. All right. Well, he's +1 for the day. He's hit 3, and he's been hit twice.
Just an amazing return for Wilson Ramos.
I just love watching him hit. I mean, he is so big and strong.
I think I said his first at bat, it would take him a while to get back into swinging things. I am not the best analyst in the league for nothing. Struck out his first time up, then 3 straight hits with a home run, 5 RBIs.
0-2 pitch and a pop-up. Anthony Rendon lost it, found it, caught it. And then Weeks stumbled on his way back to first base. That play almost left him in no man's land.
The Sun Monster got him. He had no idea where that baseball was. And we remember about a month ago when he didn't have shades on at second base. Now he's got them on. But once it gets up in that sun, you have no idea. And what an athletic play with the over-the-shoulder running catch. Where is it? I don't know. Then all of a sudden it comes out of the sun. Stay with it. Good communication with your right fielder.
Wow.
Nice play. And the athleticism from this guy has just been amazing since he's been called up the second time.
Next hitter, Jeff Bianchi. When you have a 3-run lead and you keep that man off base, that's important. And Bianchi hacks one straight back.
Even with shades on, when you look into the sun, you can't see for a second. So he looked right into it right there, didn't see the baseball, and still had the presence not to panic, relax, find the baseball, and make the play. If you've ever looked into the sun even with glasses on, you know how good that play was just now by Rendon.
Clippard with 83, a nice off-speed delivery. And the count's 0-2.
Yeah, not to mention that it would have brought the tying run to the plate. You see the off-speed from Clippard for strike 2.
Yeah, I'm trying to tell if that was his breaking ball or a changeup that stayed up. He had a little bit of cut to it. Might have been his version of the hook. And the 0-2. Nats on top 8-5. They have out-hit the Brewers 11-9. It's been an offensive series on bookends for the home team. First game, this game. And Clippard that time had Bianchi reaching. Nationals trying to get back over the 500 mark today. Their home record is 5 over. Road record 5 under. And against the Central, they're 8-11. As mentioned earlier, Marlins beat the Braves last night. And a ball to right for Jason Worth. Good inning for Tyler Clippard. They have stranded 6 today. And to the bottom of the 8th, the Nats still on top.
8-5 Nationals. Ian Desmond with a big game, 3 for 3, 3 singles, 2 stolen bases. Taylor Jordan was good, 5 2/3, 6 hits, 2 earned runs, 3 Ks, 85 pitches. And Wilson Ramos has been spectacular. It's time for your Kia Drive of the Game. It's brought to you by Kia. Visit kia.com to learn why Kia is one of the fastest growing car brands in America. And we're seeing the 3rd hit of the day and the biggest hit of the day for Wilson Ramos. 3rd home run of the year, 3 RBIs to make it 5 on the day. And it's just good to see him smiling, good to see him back in a uniform on the field.
Oh, look at this bunt by Denard Span. And very well played by Yuniesky Betancourt. I mean, that bunt's close to the line. You got a quick runner, and he still threw him out.
And look at Span looking back at Betancourt like, really? As soon as I laid that down, I thought that was a knock. And Betancourt with a nice barehanded play. We've seen some good defense today here. And good defense without the glove. Desmond barehand play, Zimmerman barehand play, now Betancourt joining the party.
Yeah, you could say 8-5 game, 20 hits. How good could the defenses be? The answer, really good.
Yeah, gloves are overrated today.
Here's Ian Desmond. 3 for 3, intentionally walked. He scored 2 runs after swiping 2 bases. So his batting average sitting at .283. He's done everything but get an extra base hit today. 11 of his last 17 hits, actually his last 18 hits, 11 of them have been doubles or more. Right field side, flirting with the corner and up against the barrier. Tough play for Aoki. And I mentioned last night, and the Brewers know this, Aoki played a lot of center field in his Gold Glove career in Japan, and not real wild about walls in corners.
I don't really know too many people that are,
but he has a particular dislike of them, and you can't blame him. I mean, career center fielder. It's well padded down there.
Frightened and confused by corners.
Some have been dazed and confused. Big swing and a miss. Ian Desmond retired for the first time. Next up, Bryce Harper. Rafael Soriano. He was going to do some pitching on Monday night, but the Nats scored 2 runs in the 8th inning, making it a non-save situation. 8-5 game turned into 10-5, so he sat down, and he's still looking for his first work in this series. So Davey looking forward to getting Soriano in for the save and the work. Harper today, 2 walks. He's 0 for 2. Bryce has walked 3 times in the series and homered. He has swiped a base.
Hasn't had a hit since his first at bat. Back off the DL, the home run to left center field.
Yeah, kind of odd. 1 for 14 in the series now.
A couple balls hard to center field yesterday.
Yeah, Gomez and his speed and glove have kept Bryce from having a bigger series. Outside, 1-2. That's on the corner. Bryce Harper down for the 3rd time today. So, to the top of the 9th, Rafael Soriano. It's a save situation, looking for a split. for a split of this series before the San Diego Padres come in. And tomorrow night, well, the first of the big three. Gio goes against Andrew Cashner. 4:05 Saturday, Jordan Zimmerman, Jason Marquis, the former Nat. Steven Strasburg Sunday, 1:35 against Robbie Erlin. And then the Nats will move on to Philadelphia for the first two of a 4-game series with the Phillies before finishing prior to the break in Miami. So hopefully 3 more outs here, and then you propel yourself toward the weekend against a Padre ball club that's lost 5 in a row. There's Rafael Soriano looking for save number 22. League hitting .258 against him. And in 34 innings, 27 strikeouts. Pretty much a contact guy who does it, FP, by working around the edges.
Well, he's gotten better every single month. The ERA in April was 3.60. May 2.08. In June 1.64. So fastball, slider, cutter, 3-pitch guy is what the Brewers will see here in the 9th.
Yuniesky Betancourt is 0 for 2 career against him. First pitch, fly ball, right field. Jason Worth to the line. Catches the fair ball, 1 out.
And we've talked about the motion of Rafael Soriano, how in save opportunities he does the whole bend over, almost like he's out of a stretch thing as he gathers himself, and in a non-save opportunity he stands upright, straight, and just pitches. So save opportunity right here. And watch the different starting point for Soriano. Does not do that if it's a 4-run lead or a tie game.
Norichka Aoki seeing Soriano for the first time. Nothing but strikes so far. And 0-2 now. That's Extra, presented by PNC Bank, coming up. Ray Knight, Johnny Holiday are right here at the ballpark. Just perfectly placing that heater.
When you have such a short swing like Aoki has, it doesn't surprise me that he hasn't struck out a lot. You see how choked up he is. Gets into a 2-strike mode where he's just trying to play pepper and put the ball in play. Like that.
Huh. Man, if I was sitting on the third base stands down by the field, I would go to get some hot dogs or popcorn every time this guy bats. It is dangerous over there.
Well, he has so much bat control, he can almost pick out a teammate he doesn't like in the dugout and foul one off of him.
So look out, teams who might be in the third base dugout against this guy. Pick out opponents he doesn't like. Look at that. 2 for 5 day. 8 for 20 in this 4-game series. Norichka Aoki.
It's a pretty approach.
Adam LaRoche is tired of talking to this guy.
He's like, I need to start doing that, choking up and slapping the ball to left field. He gets a fastball right down the middle, and look at the bat control. I mean, he's almost has a split grip. Do you see that? Like he's grabbing an axe. The hands were apart right there and just rolling that top hand over.
You know,
fascinating.
I might go Ron Renicky and play a shift on the opposite side against that guy. Gene Segura 2 for 3 today. Hit by a pitch, couple of runs, 2 stolen bases. And the league's leading hit collector with 108. Ball gets away and Ramos keeps it close.
And check out the grip right here. The split grip. Watch his hands. They're apart. Look at that. And I just never seen that before. Like he's hitting with an axe up there.
Batting average up around 300 with his 2 hits today.
I'm going to try that on the stick mic next open. Split grip.
Probably be our first retake of the year. 3-0. Tying runs in the on-deck circle. Pitcher spot is next. And I thought we might see Aramis Ramirez here, but it's Martin Maldonado, their backup catcher, who is a big man, and he's hit 3 homers. Not even close. 2 on, 1 out. As soon as they got him off the stretch, things changed.
Well, the 21 saves for Soriano, I feel like the majority have been just like this, drama-filled.
And they've just called Maldonado back. It will be Aramis Ramirez, who in this series is 4 for 11 with 2 walks and an RBI and a definite home run threat. Ramirez, career against Soriano, 0 for 2 with a strikeout. He has hit into 5 double plays this year. Close and up a little. Counts even 1-1.
And they went to the slider right there at 86, tried to shave off the outside corner. And didn't get the call from Jerry Davis. Looking for a ground ball.
Target in. Got him with a fastball. Jamming the right-handed power hitter. 2 outs.
That is a brave pitch right there by Rafael Soriano, but it was set up by the sequence. You see everything else early away. So Ramirez thought that this pitch might be away too. He dives out there and he gets the fastball in the inner half and can't get to it. See the head kind of looking out away from the pitch. And a big strikeout in the 9th, and these fans are on their feet for the 3rd out of this game.
Lucroy 1 for 4 with an RBI. First matchup career against Soriano, strike 1. Runners go. Nats don't care. 2nd and 3rd, 2 outs now. Double defensive indifference. The count's 1-1. Soriano finding his fastball. It sounds like a holiday. It'll be a no decision for Taylor Jordan, but he did a lot to get the ball game to this point.
He did a lot for his career the last 2 starts.
And a ball popped up. Ian Desmond. And the Nats gain a split of the series with an 8-5 win.
Last out, shirts out. And the band is back together. Probably the best lineup Davey Johnson's thrown out there all year. Good for 8 runs on 11 hits, and more importantly, a Curly W.
Nationals are back over the 500 mark. A badly needed 4th of July Curly W. We've got more ahead. So much to talk about in this one today.